guys? Fat Archon here, bringing another very special episode. Today's stream, honestly, it is kind of special because we're talking about what's probably, arguably, maybe, is one of the best armies Games Workshop's ever released, ever. One of the best looking armies in all of 40k history, in my humble opinion. Obviously, they do have some like competition. Some of the newer armies are pretty incredible, especially like if we're talking about modern sculpts and everything. At Adeptus Mechanicus, they're even relatively old. AdMech, I think, are just like almost excellent in every way, shape, and form. Like they're one of my favorite armies ever. I need to do a review of them, in fact. But Death Guard, they just like ooze flavor and like detail and charm. I think they're like in every sense of the word. I think they're incredible. What's up, guys? Welcome to here. I gotta fix my chat real quick. It always gets cut off. Come on, let's fix it. There we go, now I can see. Hey, Gunther, welcome back, man. Glad to have you here. Sarah, welcome too. Glad to have you here as well. What's up, Coffee? Yeah, dude, modern GW. So, modern GW sculpts are like everything they release. I can't think of a new kit that's come out that, like, sucks. I'm sure AOS has some questionable stuff or whatever, but pretty much everything here I absolutely adore. I do kind of think, like, actually the new Lancer, like, is pretty sick. I do feel like Death Guard, honestly, in my opinion, were like one of the first armies that like kicked that all off. The whole like having an entire army range where every single kit is like S tier, or every single kit is like amazing. Because a lot of armies are working with like old kids. Some armies, their like entire range was old kids. Eldar up until not too long ago, like almost their entire range was from like the 90s or whatever. But Death Guard, I remember when they came out, they were like next level. Yeah, I remember seeing them for sure, and just like even before I got into them and bought them, I knew like right away, like, yeah, that's probably one of the best like kits. It's one of the best armies I've ever seen from Games Workshop. So yeah, this will definitely be a fun stream to do. Disclaimer: we're talking about Death Guard. Well, we're talking about Nurgle as well. I'm extremely Nurgle biased, so. Yeah, we're gonna be rating them pretty hard. I don't even know if they have a bad kit. I guess we'll find out. I actually did like rename some of the tiers, so we're gonna go from excellent, fantastic, amazing, needs work, you know, there's a few that need there, and then D tier, not even F. Well, I'm sure maybe there'll be some trash that we can toss down there. We'll see. Super quick channel update. So as of today, we just hit 1,400 subscribers, which blows my mind. I did read somewhere that once you get like higher, you start to grow exponentially. So that's pretty awesome. That we're still like growing quick. Be sure to drop a thumbs up on the video if you're watching the stream, or if you're watching the video later. It does mean a lot to me. It helps more people see the video, so I would appreciate it. If you're not already, consider subscribing. We're doing all sorts of 40k content. We're doing some live streams. So lately, I've been doing the model range reviews because it's really fun to like chat with you guys and stuff. I've been having a blast chatting with you all. Speaking of, like, be sure to like say hi in the chat if you haven't already, and definitely help me when we're ranking these models. Anything you might change, or any anecdotes you might have about the Death Guard model range, be sure to toss them in there. The giveaway I did, that went fantastic. Gave away a bunch of stuff, so gave away that brass scorpion, and then I was able to give out some goodies in the chat. I'm gearing up to do another one of those, hopefully pretty soon. I got, what are they called? There's that 3D print company that makes you really cool Greater Demons. I have some of those I'm going to give away. Probably get some more stickers done, so for sure, yeah, be sure to keep your eye out for any of those that might come up. Ooh, look, so the Lancer just released, like, what, today, I think? It is quite expensive. I was not expecting $200, but that's a damn good kit. And by the way, I should have expected $200. I said it'd be $180, so, you know, not that much more. Pretty awesome kit, though. Kind of stinks it's only the Lancer. I wish it was also the Castigator and all that stuff, but pretty sick. Anyways, this guy's not Nurgle, so I'm not sure why I'm showing him. But modern sculpts, that was the point. Modern sculpts are pretty amazing. Let's see. Gunther says, Death Guard need more banners. I would agree. Every army need more banners. Here, I gotta fix... Why is my chat always so cut off? There we go. Now I can see the whole thing. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Sarah Kess. Yeah, you agree. Word is bored. All right, so I guess we should hop into this right away. And it looks like we're gonna start off with a banger here. Of course, we're gonna start off with freaking Mortarion. So let's get into it. By the way, if you guys notice any issues with the stream, if the audio quality's bad or you can't see stuff or whatever, definitely let me know. Anyways, freaking Mortarion. This guy caused quite a splash when he was released. I think, yeah, this model alone started, like, the entire Death Guard, like, fan class or whatever. Bunch of people I know bought this model who don't even play Death Guard this day. It's just like, if you need a centerpiece, this is one of the best you could possibly get anywhere. His armor is excellent. His armor is, like, next level in my eyes. They got a spinny version. They do got a spinny version. The detail work on that armor, like the legs, I really like. He's giant. He's a freaking Primarch, so I'd hope he's freaking giant. So he lives up to the lore in that, yeah, this guy's pretty huge. He's like, I wonder how many times bigger he is than a normal Space Marine. Probably like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times. 7, we'll say 7 times bigger than that. On top of all the excellent, like, armor work and the wings and all that stuff, he's got adorable little Nurglings. Let's see if they got any zoom in. Yep. Woohoo, we got cute little Nurglings. Look, this is a little Malignant Plaguecaster Nurgling. That's pretty adorable. Even the Plague Flies are awesome. They do look really cool, and I love the, like, idea behind them. They're just, yeah, you got big, fat Nurgle Flies, you know, stinking up the place and carrying your shit around for you. Pretty cool. I would definitely want that if I was empowered. Got the little flies. Like, look at the excellent detail work. They got the flies going all through the, like, smoke or the smudge or whatever. The armor, the bones jutting out, very Nurgly, very Death Guardy. I love too, like, how the armor, like, how it's all damaged and getting rusted and whatnot. Oh, that face. Oh, the face. I'm pretty sure he has 2 faces you can choose from too, I think, and both look pretty cool. Let's see what people have to say. So, Francis says, as an Angron fanboy, I'm a little upset he didn't get quite the Mortarion size, treatment, or posing. Sick model. You know what? So, I don't own Angron yet, so I can't say in person, but that's actually surprising to me, because I thought he looked like giant. So, I'm going to be, because I am going to get him. I really want to start World Eaters, but that's interesting. He's not as big as Mortarion. You do have to think, like, he's floating in the air, so I kind of got that, and he's got the giant wings, but so does Angron, so... speaking of, those wings are pretty good. They're the one thing that arguably, maybe, is kind of showing its age in this model, kind of. They're a little thick, which I guess makes sense. He's a big fat Nurgle dude, so he would need some thick wings. But, like, in person, they're really good, don't get me wrong, but they don't, the modern sculpts have better detail, I would say. Bellicor, I mean, this is, like, different kind of wing, because, yeah, it's all Nurgly or whatever, so they're kind of hard to rate there, but... not a single thing not to like about this model. His scythe is badass, extremely unique. I've never seen a scythe anything like that, you know? Even his pistol's pretty cool. It's Primarch size, so that's awesome. Yeah, definitely, like I said, man, if you need a centerpiece model, even if you don't play Death Guard, you just want a centerpiece to paint up, definitely do Mortarion. Let's see what anybody else says. Gunther says, the thing I don't understand about Mortarion, his model, is the cloak going into the cloud stuff on the bottom. His cloak going in the cloud stuff in the bottom. Well, he's kind of demonic. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it turns into, like, smoke, doesn't it? I guess the excuse you could run is, yeah, you know, he's freaking possessed. He's freaking demonic, so, I don't know, maybe his clothes are really made out of warp stuff or something like that. I think it's a cool detail, though. Like, it's pretty unique. I haven't seen that in other models. The detail work. Yeah, man, this is one of those models you paint it, and then you just look at it for, like, 10 minutes while you hold it. Let's see. Anybody else got any? Francis says the Nurgling on the model tier. Yeah, you know, it's hilarious you mentioned that, because I was thinking about adding, like, a Nurgling tier or whatever. We know where Mortarion's going. Mortarion's going freaking excellent. Yeah, this is, like I mentioned, this guy, he's almost like the model that, like, set off the entire army. When people saw Mortarion, they knew that Death Guard were going to be, like, the real deal, and he alone definitely, like, influenced my decision to buy Death Guard for sure. It helps that they came in the Dark Imperium box set, so remember that? That was, like, such a good deal, man, the Dark Imperium box set. I miss those days. Let's see, Sarah says, I think when it comes to Morty, it's so well posed, like it has one of the best silhouettes I've seen. You know what? I totally agree. If you, like, blacked it out and just showed the silhouette, you would, like, without even seeing what it looked like, you'd still think it was sick. Or at least you know it was sick, especially if you knew it was Mortarion. Ooh, alright, we're on to Lord Felthius and the Tainted Cohort. So, by the way, $45, this is one of the best deals you can get for, like, expanding your army, because you basically get 3 Blightlords, and then you get a Deathshroud, in a sense, or you run him as all sorts of characters. You can do him as the Lord of Contagion or whatever, Lord Felthius. So, I have this kit. I like this kit a lot. Like I said, it's really cheap, $45. Like, why wouldn't you get that? They are push fit, so that's why they're cheap. They're sort of like an intro kit, sort of, for, like, people are expanding their army. And I will say, in person, when you have these models in your hand or whatever, they're like, they're like slightly less detailed. There's something like slightly off with them. Don't get me wrong, they're sick as hell. I'm not saying they're bad at all, but they're just like different than the others. Maybe it's because they were like push fit. They're kind of like, if I'm being honest, they're almost like more cartoony than the others, which is awesome. Nurgle himself is quite cartoony a lot of times. I do like this kit a lot, but I'm just saying, in person, they're a little different. Yeah, how could you not love Death Guard? So one of the things you'll hopefully notice as we go through every single model period that was like made for the Death Guard, every single one is unique and has little like flavorful bits and whatnot to it. So like the teeth growing out of the armor, dude, look at that like kneecap, like that's sick, turning into teeth and whatnot. Every single model period is going to have that sort of detail. And again, that's what sets Death Guard apart from other armies. It's going to be really hard to rank any of these guys lower. You got the cute little, like, cheerleader Nurgling. This guy looks a little different. Definitely a little good. See? Okay, so that plays into me saying this kid's kind of cartoony. Because, yeah, that Nurgling looks different. Still love it, don't get me wrong, but definitely looks a little different. The tentacles are badass. Yeah, that backpack, well, do Terminators have backpacks? I'm not sure, but either way, turn it into tentacles like that. And then we gotta look at Lord Felthius himself. Lord Filthy. This guy is, like, extremely cartoony and goofy, which I love. Again, it fits the Nurgle idea. You know, they're like jolly. They're like jolly and don't give a damn that they're all diseased and whatnot. This guy definitely shows that off. Pretty cool detail. The ooze coming off the plague grenade or whatever the hell it's called. I love the icons, the flies. That would definitely fit. Even the cloak is well detailed. Oh, look at that. The maggots going all through it. Ooh, I need to check my model and see if I painted those magnets, because that's like a must include. That is actually really sick. Yeah, I also love this kit as well. I'm not going to rank it S tier. Some people might, but I'm not, because again, there's something a little off when you own them. Let's see if anybody has anybody say. Gunther says he likes the belly flies. Yeah, no, I think that's super sick. I would love that on more Death Guard. That'd be kind of cool, like to have it on some of the kits, because I'm pretty sure, I don't think that's very common at all, but either way. Coffee and Pistachio says he's about to pull the pin on that nade. Yeah, the Nurgling. Let's go back to him. Yeah, actually, was he? Is that what he was doing? Hey, yep, no wonder he's so, like, happy about it. Yeah, that's a cute little Nurgling. You put that on a bunch of models. Let's see. Where would I put these guys? I'll put them in Amazing. Legitimately, in person, they're something slightly off. A little too cartoony. A little too cartoony for me. Ooh, all right. Another excellent kit, the Plague Marines. This plays into that every single model is individualized. You compare these with like legionaries or whatever, sometimes you can't tell one legionary apart from the other or whatever. Not the case with Plague Marines. Every single one, like from the helmets to obviously the weaponry to everything, the chest plates especially, are like unique and different. Some of these I absolutely love. The guy in the back with like the Plague Spewer, that's just one of my favorite like infantry models in the game, like at all. When I did Chaos Space Marines, I got mixed up and said I liked the leader the most. No, it was that other guy. I said I liked this guy the most, but he's excellent. His plasma gun is wrong. Something's wrong with that plasma gun. But again, guys, the detail work. Like I said, if they had put in much attention to the Legionaries and like Space Marines and every other army out there, as I did with this kit, like, yeah, GW would be next level. They already do have, like, the best kits in the entire planet. I'm sure there's certain kits out there that are, like, $1,000 each from some, like, Japanese company that are better. But GW, like, yeah, man, they up their game. Look at how good that is. Again, these are models that you paint, and then you just sit there and, like, look at them. Like, yeah, I'm totally guilty of that. Just, like, picking up my models, being, like, a little kid, and, like, ooh, wow, that's really cute. The detail work just on, like, a shoulder pad. Like, every part of them have really good detail work. Even the guns, like, it's insane. Do they have a zoom-in of the guy that I love? Because I'm, like, in love with this guy back there. He's, like, nice and chubby, which is a good look. Very manly to be nice and chubby. I just want to toss that out there. And, and then the barrel on the back. I like it a lot. These guys, it's funny, these are supposed to be like some of the most basic troops next to Poxwalkers. These guys go S tier. These guys are S tier. This is what every other troop kit and infantry kit, period, should aspire to be like. Be like Plague Marines. Be more like these guys, if you want to be like cool and popular or whatever. Let's see, Coffee and Pistachio says, so much fun to paint Plague Marines. I can't not imagine trying to do them fast and pick out the details, though. So that's another, also, that's a good point, actually. Or it gets me on to a good point. These guys, they can be incredibly easy to paint. if you want them to be. Mine are pretty easy to paint. You literally like spray paint them green, do the trim, and then make sure you get like tentacles and stuff. Just do like purple with pink. It's really not that hard. And then the metal. So yeah, you got a few more colors than normal. And then you just wash them. You like dip these guys in Agrax Earthshade, and if you wanted, you're done with them. Truthfully, that's how I did most of mine. They're like just tabletop standard, and they really do look amazing. Be sure you're washing them if you're a newbie and not like a pro. But then they have so much detail in them. If you want to go in and make them like a golden demon winner or whatever, you can totally do that. These are like, go wild, man. You could spend a day or like however much time people spend on a single freaking plague marine of all things. Yeah, these guys are chef's kiss, man. I really do think they're like incredible. Every single part, like, can I point out, is there a part that's like not cool on any of these? Nope. Even the leg plates are cool. Everything about these guys, fantastic. Like I said, every other infantry kid should aspire to be like Plague Marines, in my opinion. Ooh, Gunther mentioned the Heroes series. I totally forgot about those. I wish, damn it, I should have pulled up their pictures. Yeah, GW put out like a limited print kit with like, I think it was like 7. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 7 different models. Damn it, I meant to buy those too, because now they're probably pretty rare. Sarah Kiss says, I spend several days on one battle sister. Is there something wrong with me? No, not at all. I'm a speed painter through and through for the most part, unless it's like a centerpiece model or whatever. But it does blow my mind to hear how much time people spend on some of their models, but it makes sense when you see them on the table. They're pretty amazing. So, nothing wrong at all with that, Sarah. Ooh, all right, Deathshroud. So, yet again, pretty much on the same level as the Plague Marines. I'll admit, Plague Marines are probably better, more like detailed or whatever. But for Terminators especially, Terminators are like, they're really easy to make too generic, because they all look like, you know, they all follow the same pattern. There's like 3 different patterns of Terminator armor, for the most part, and they all look very similar. Chaos Terminator isn't that different than a Space Marine Terminator. Death Guard sure as hell are. Way different. You guys, again, on a totally different level. Again, this plays into every single model. Every single one is ultra individualized and unique, and like there's not really anything like it. I will say, okay, these two, somewhat similar, I guess you could say, but then you got this badass in the back. It's super, like, awesome smile. Do they have a zoom in? Ooh, okay, good. They knew to do solo shots of every single one of these. So, yeah, let's take a look. Ah, that's right. The smoke is pretty cool. I will admit, when you like paint it in person, it's kind of cartoony. It doesn't quite make sense. But how the hell do you do smoke in like plastic form? So I really shouldn't complain about that. They did better than I could ever do. And again, it does let you, if you're a good painter, go wild, man. Make that stuff stand out. Every single part, even like just a stupid leg, a silly arm, like every bit. There's nothing that's missing out. We got a huge tentacle wrapping his arm. Let's see, who else they got? Yeah, this guy's sick. The Fly. He's like the movie coming from the movie The Fly. He's even got a fly arm coming out. This is one of the sicker like Terminators out there. Period. The helmet is amazing. Yeah, man. I just want to, like, sit here and just, like, gush over them for, like, well, I guess I am, but, yeah, oh, man, they're so good. And again, man, they're not that hard to paint. They might seem intimidating, but they're really not. If, so long as, you know, just follow the guide. So do the green, make sure you get the gold, and then just wash them, get some flesh. They're really not that bad if you don't want them to be. All right, I do like this kit, so let's take a look at all of them. Ooh, look at the backpack's pretty chill. I like this guy's helmet. You could argue it's kind of basic, I suppose, but I love that. Got the horn and the eye, the Cyclops eye. I'm looking for my favorite. Yeah, this one. I'm looking for my favorite one. I love that mask so much. It's like, yeah, they did so good on that. And the crooked evil, well, it's not even evil. He's just jolly. He's happy to be there. The evil smile, the chainmail, the small skull on there. Why didn't they do a spinny version of this one? I love it. The giant freaking axe, the plague spewer. Not a single thing not to like about this guy, in my humble opinion. I will say, like, you can even kind of see in the pictures, the detail work is like, it's like 90% out of 100. Modern stuff be 100 out of 100. This guy's like 90, 95. It's kind of like, maybe it's hard to see in the picture, but it's kind of like, they got some like smudge lines or whatever. I'm not going to hold it against them in the least bit, but this is one of my favorite, like, kits, period. Some of my favorite models ever released from any, like, kit anywhere. Let's see what some of these people have to say. Gunther mentioned that the Dark Imperium box had all the different Plague Marine models. Yeah, dude, the Dark Imperium kit was like one of the best deals you could ever get for getting into 40k period. Dude, that was like, what was that? That was like 2018 or something. So you got to think with inflation, like $2018, that was really cheap too. Let's see. Jorge says the Fly Guy is really cool. I agree. Yeah, the Fly Guy, he's right up there with this guy. And 1,000% I could see some people liking him better. Again, one of the most unique models, like, anywhere, ever, of, like, any game, any tabletop game. Yeah, that guy's really sick. They do, like, immediately you look at him, you know, oh, that's a fly. So they did really good on the detail work. Coffee and Pistachios agreed, and then he said, no spin because of his butt. Aww. Oh, that'd be tight if they had some of their assets hanging out. That would totally fit Nurgle, just shitting all over the place as they ripped off your guts. Alright, these guys, they go in excellent tier. I would think Plague Marines as a whole outdo them, but there's certain ones, so yeah, like the Fly Guy, and I don't know, I'll call him the Smile Guy. I do think those are, like, better, but as a whole, the entire kit, Plague Marines still go above them, so I will put them there. Ooh, Poxwalkers, so they're basic, really crappy infantry, which is cool. They're just zombies, totally makes sense. I like these guys a lot, too. I will admit, it kind of stinks, so they're monopose, ultra monopose, which is fine. They're so detailed, like, it makes sense, it's fair. I will say having multiple of these kits, though, does kind of stink, because, yeah, you're going to have a bunch of duplicates or whatever. They are cheap, though, 35 bucks for 10, so not bad at all to get, like, 20 of them together. Terrible rules, but I doubt that'll last. When they get their index or whatever, like, when Death Guard get their index, I would not be the least bit surprised if GW overcorrects and tries to make up for previous wrongs and makes Death Guard one of the better armies. Like, maybe I'm wrong, like, obviously it's just a guess or whatever, but that is, like, that's my bet, is GW is gonna be like, oh crap, we pissed off a lot of players, we better make them good. Also, we need to sell these kits. Nobody's buying them anymore because they suck. Man, yet again, these are like the most basic possible of models for an army, yet each and every one is individualized. I do like the Scientist one a lot. This guy, he definitely like stands out when you put him on the table. Look at that, man. With the maggots. So good. What's cool too is, so we're talking about the GW models, obviously, but these are easy to proxy. There's a million, like, zombie models out there, so I'm sure you get some that are even cheaper. But again, the detail work on these is amazing. Let's see, is there a bad one in here? Let's, like, look, is there any that it doesn't look good? Not that I see. Like, honestly, every single one looks sick. I like that guy a lot. Is there a... no zoom in on him. Yeah, dude, the detail work on the chest. He's kind of turned into a fly, too. So it's silly, man. Yeah, like I said, even the basicest of kit looks fantastic. Now, I will say, again, monopose, really, in person, they're not as detailed as the other. Again, kind of soft line somewhere. I still think they go S tier, though. I do still think they go S tier. You compare these, like, the newer cultists and stuff, they're still better, and these guys came out, like, however many years ago, 5 years ago or something like that. I still think they go up there. Let's see... Francis says, the mix of robotics in them is pretty cool. Wouldn't expect that from basically zombie models. Yeah, good point, actually. I never really realized that. Yeah, the biomechanical arm. Heck, for all you know, this was a, I don't know, well, okay, maybe not Inquisitor, but maybe this was a Commissar before or something like that. So that is kind of cool. Yeah, it's fun to think about, like, the fluff behind them. This could be anybody. This could be your mom and dad, or a general or something. But yeah, good point on that. Yeah, actually, the detail work, again, on such a basic model, you wouldn't really anticipate that, so pretty awesome. I wish every single, like, chaff infantry was up to the same level. Again, I will say, modern stuff is pretty good, but they don't have the variety. Ooh, alright. Foetid bloat drone, or is it Foetid? Either way, however you say that, the Foetid bloat drone. Yeah, this guy's freaking sick, bursting out of his freaking, housing because of how much, like, rot and guts and all that stuff coming out. Very cool look. Got the little flies coming up. Again, the detail work of, like, the damage over the years and how it's, like, disintegrating in certain ways or whatever. Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah. Can't forget the freaking flush mower. This is one of the coolest, like, weapon loadouts in the history. Well, okay. Yeah, basically, this is one of the coolest, like, weapon loadouts you could ever ask for, ever. A flush mower. Read the lore for it. It's so freaking cool. You literally just going in, like, mowing up guts. And then what? I think, What, don't they, like, fuel themselves off the bodies or whatever? They, like, go through and eat them? Or maybe it's Myphitic Blight-haulers or whatever. They come up behind them and eat up the little corpses they leave behind. It's beautiful. It's such cool little, like, lore or whatever. The fly is adorable. Who doesn't love little plague flies? The detail work. This guy isn't the regular kit or the original kit. Wasn't it, like, push fit or something like that? Or I think it was like I know it was mono pose and loadout, but the full kit, yeah, has a bunch more options in it. This is such a cool kit, guys. This is such a fun one to have. It's just like bursting out of the body, just turning into I don't know, a maggot or something like that. Really cool fluff to think about, an idea to think about. Yet again, another model. You paint it and then you love to adore it. You take pictures, you post it on Facebook, all that sort of stuff. This is ooh. Yeah, I'd put him in S tier. Man, we're going to have like an entire S tier of models here in a short bit. But this is, again, one of my favorites. This was another one. I'm pretty sure they came in the Dark Imperium box set. And they were one of the models that you wanted to get Death Guard just so you can get your hands on this guy. He used to be really, really cheap on eBay as well. I'm not sure if that's still the case, but this used to be, you get him for like, I want to say like 30 bucks or something, which is a steal when you're talking about 40K. Let's see, Francis says, tons of spikes and classy. Yeah, dude, and they're like teeth spikes or whatever. They did good on that. The bone work, like, popping out. Everything's like, yeah, turn into bone. Or like the pus boils on the skin. Yeah, dude, shitloads of detail work. It's cool, too. There's no stand. He just uses, like, his, like, guts/tentacles/wiring or whatever, which hides that he needs a stand, which just looks cool. It's a nice little detail or whatever. Like I said, I'll put him up in S tier. Yeah, I'll put him above the Poxwalkers. I don't think it goes above the Blightlords necessarily, but I do. That's, everybody loves that model. You put him on the table and somebody who's never seen Death Guard before, like some kid in the shop or whatever, they'll be drawn to that guy for sure, assuming you don't have Mortarion. Mortarion's definitely gonna get all the attention. Ooh, alright. Plagueburst Crawler. So, maybe this is controversial, maybe, I don't know. Still an excellent, amazing, fantastic, like some people will say S tier model, but I don't like it as much as the others. He does look cool, very unique, has his own unique look. I love the mortar, the plague mortar as well, but I don't know, he needs like a little bit more rot. He needs like flesh or like tentacles coming out. I'm sure there's some hidden somewhere. And by the way, that'd be a fun like conversion opportunity. Do some green stuff like tentacles coming out the front. But my only complaint, I guess, like it's still an excellent model. My only complaint is, yeah, man, I want him a bit more Nurgly. Bit more. He does have the decals, and he does have like he's like disintegrating or whatever. But again, we could use some like flies and maggots. Let's see, maybe it's coming out the back. Nah. All that said, with all my complaints out of the way or whatever, this is still a sick fucking model. He's got the freaking bulldozer blade, always a cool look. He's got the little like Nurgle icons as his wheels. I didn't really realize that. That's pretty sick. Again, it's a freaking mortar. Mortars are always cool, especially when they're like freaking 3 feet in diameter or whatever. Definitely wouldn't want to get shot by this guy. The detail work on the weaponry is awesome. This one's easy to, you don't even have to magnetize. These weapons just like push fit or whatever, so that's how I've done all mine. I just like push on whichever ones I need. A lot of people were complaining because these are only, strength 10 or something these days, so they were saying to do the flamers. Nah, I still stick with the, whatever they're called, the pseudo-las cannons. Having a brain fart here. For all my complaints out of the way, yeah, again, this is a sick freaking model. Got the spikes coming out, spikes coming everywhere. Let's see, do they have to zoom in? Yeah, even the weaponry's cool. I'm pretty sure you can, like, tilt the cannon however you want, which is chill. You do the Rot Hill Gatling cannon, or whatever the hell it's called, or the stubber. Let's see. Coffee says, I think it's cool that Mortarion designed the tank in the lore. You're right, yeah. So Mortarion designed this. Didn't he do it before? He did it before he ever turned evil, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this was like something Mortarion made, because he wanted to make like, the perfect siege weapon, or something. Like, I forget the exact lore. But yeah, you're right. Jorge Ramos says, has a plague bearer skull on the front? Ooh, it does. Oh my gosh. That's actually, that's a pretty chill detail. Let's see. Yeah, right there. That's actually really cool. I like that a bit. Man, I love the fact that, like, the warp, like, mutates stuff to how, maybe not too, like, emotional, but it mutates it to how it needs to look or whatever. So it's cool that they have the leeway to put, yeah, freaking Plague Bearer skull front and center. Like, I like that quite a bit. Also, too, if you think about it, this almost looks like some of the Deathshroud or whatever. It looks like some of their helmets in a sense or whatever. Maybe that was what they were going for, but it's kind of like the eye slit on some of the helmets. That's a kind of cool detail if that was true. This guy is so fun to paint. If you're looking for model paint and you like Nurgle or Death Guard and you don't already have it, this guy, man, he was one of my favorites of the Death Guard to paint. So, I had my little complaints. He's not bad in the least bit, so I'm going to put him in fantastic tier. He's still fantastic. Everybody loves this guy. Everybody wants to have 3 of them. 75 bucks, that's not the worst. That's not the worst ever, especially for artillery. And like I said, when they get their codex, don't be the least bit surprised if these suddenly jump up to, like, unfair or OP level. Like, people are going to be bitching about how strong Death Guard is, which would be hilarious, considering how they are right now. Hey, what's up, ad blocker? Love the name, sir. Welcome to, dude. You're just in time. We just started, so you're not too late at all. If you guys know me, I need to clear my throat real quick and take a swig of coffee. I do apologize in advance, but give me 1 second here. And then, cheers, my friends. Ah, much better. Alright, we got the Deathshroud Bodyguard. These guys are sick. Yet again, you compare them to, like, other Terminators that are out there, and these guys just blow them out of the water. Look at the freaking, the chest plate right there. That's one of my favorite. I love the mouth and the chest plate look that they do on a bunch of the models. It looks so good. Like, it's so obvious and so great. That tongue is awesome. Let's see, do we got zoom in? Ooh, we do. Yeah, the face. Look at how good they are without a helmet on. Like, I already love the helmets as they are. Suddenly you take them off and they're, like, even better. So I do like that quite a bit. The scythes are excellent. The, how it's all chipped and, like, rotting away, again, is fantastic. This is definitely an army you need to learn how to do, like, rust work on. Just don't overdo it. A lot of people overdo the rust and it doesn't look that good. You need just a little bit in there, and, like, grime, and that sort of stuff. I love it. The chainmail look, the extra armor that they use, And again, man, you, like, point at a single part, be like, his hand, okay, I guess, alright, his hand isn't that good, but you do, like, the arm, it's like, yep, it's got good detail, the leg, yeah, it's got great detail, like, everything. Ooh, the plague chimes, I forgot about those. Yeah, and they got the little, plague spurt gauntlets or whatever, which is cool, nice little detail, throwing, basically vomit or, hot vomit in your face. I do like that quite a bit. Every single one of these, each model looks fantastic. It does suck that, it kind of sucks that there's only 3 of them, and they're monopose, so you're definitely going to have, like, repeats as you go through it. Maybe get a 3D printer or something like that. I believe, too, it's been a while since I built my Death Guard, because I built them in, like, 8th edition or whatever, but I think you do have different heads to put in. You might not, though, because, like, that head follows the cape, so I could see it being, like, extremely monopose, so that's just one little complaint. Doesn't all affect, like, the rating or whatever. The tentacles are cool. The tentacles helping. Like, I'm just gonna gush over like Jason. The zombie or the mummified face or the rotted head right there. Excellent. The maggots. I love all the maggots. Anytime you see a maggot in here, I'm gonna, like, mention it if I see it coming out of the Plagueburst Gauntlet. Like, GW, you did so good. The flies. I love it. I love them in every way, shape, and form. Let's see, Coffee and Pistachio says, I love how immovable they look. I'd agree with you. These guys definitely look like, yeah, like, they're planted. They're resilient or whatever. Yeah, I love how, just like Death Guard in general, yeah, they're always, like, buffed up or whatever. And I swear, they are, like, bigger than the other kids. Like, if you put them next to, like, a Chaos Terminator or whatever, this guy is quite a bit bulkier. The scythes are humongous, too. These guys have pretty okay rules. They are, like, melee only, so that is kind of an issue. But they can deep strike in, so, I think they're pretty alright. 60 bucks isn't the worst. It is only 3 models, so, okay, I should take that back. It's not the best. But when we're talking about the amount of detail and whatever, I kind of wish there's, like, 4 or 5 of them, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's see. Adblocker says, yeah, and they just look so freaking tanky. Like, they're ready to just take an army's worth of shooting to the face. Yep, that fits the fluff, and that's totally what they would do. You would need, like, even a tank, potentially couldn't take out these guys. Man, Death Guard is, like, who doesn't like Death Guard? I was thinking about that earlier. Yeah, making this video, like, have I ever heard a complaint about Death Guard? No. I think the only complaint somebody could have is that, some people don't like Nurgle. And that's totally fair, like, because some people think he's, like, overplayed. And I will say, that all comes from, in my opinion, seems like it came from when GW was releasing Death Guard. Like, they really wanted to hype him up and, like, obviously sell some kits or whatever. So they did do a lot of Nurgle. that was like 8th edition. That was like the main, like Nurgle everything on every cover. So that's the one reason I see some people not being as into Death Guard. But otherwise, I'm pretty positive. I feel like they're one of the most popular armies. Also, too, the Dark Imperium box set definitely helped. I got a lot of people in them. So, yeah, Deathshroud, I'm putting them in S tier. I do think they're fantastic. I don't have a single complaint about them. Yeah, I'll put them kind of high. So, in the lore, what I guess I like to, so Death Guard, at least before the Heresy or whatever, as I understand it, they were really big on infantry. And he wanted to be sure that each infantry, so like the lore that I read was that he gave each infantryman got like a bolter, a bolt pistol, and a knife. And they were like, you know, use whatever's best in the situation. You need to be an all-rounder. You need to be able to do everything. And they mainly used, yeah, resilient infantry or whatever. And they would make fun of the like Iron Hands or whatever. They're like, you guys are pussies for using bionics or whatever. Just be a badass man like I am, and maybe you guys will be like cool like us or whatever. So I do like that they have a boatload of infantry, and they did so good. You want to run the infantry. Usually, like most people, I'm drawn to like the vehicles and whatnot. But Death Guard's one of those armies where every single kit just looks so good. Let's see. Coffee and Pistachio said, overplayed because Papa Nurgle is the best. It should be, if you've seen any of my other, like, videos, yes, I agree with you. I'm a Nurgle fanatic, through and through. I'll be truthfully, I like every freaking Chaos God, every army. I don't have one that I don't like or whatever. But Nurgle does eke ahead in my eyes. Alright, we got a Myphitic Blight-hauler. This is one of the cuter models that Death Guard have access to. Like, look at that cute little face. Sure, it's kind of spidery in a sense, but whatever. You kiss the eyeball. It's okay. This is like, this is such a good kit. And what was great, it's push fit, which sucks. Like, okay, that sucks. And it was extremely monopose. Okay, that sucks or whatever. But this guy's so cheap. I want to say he was like 25 bucks, maybe even like, okay, I doubt he was ever 20 bucks, but he was 25 bucks for a while. 29 bucks for a Warhammer model is like the best you're ever going to see. And like I mentioned just a moment ago, most people, myself included, are drawn to vehicles. You can get a vehicle for 29 bucks. This guy's actually fairly decently sized, like on the table. He's not itty bitty like a lot of kits that would come out that are cheap. This is one of my, I'll be real with you guys, this is one of my favorite ones. Which is so funny, because, yeah, he's push fit, monopose, not like, well, no, I was going to say he's not like the most detailed, but no, he is. Like, what am I saying? It's just wild that a push fit model that came out however many years ago would look this good. I think a lot of people, too, like, love this model as well. I don't think I'm alone when I say that this is one of the better ones. So fun to paint, too, for both really advanced painters and new painters. I do think this would be excellent for a new painter. This is almost like optimal for a newer player, because you're going to do flesh, you're going to do like metallic trim, you're going to have to do armor panel work, you're going to have to figure out how to do the teeth, unless you just want to do a metallic, which you totally could. I think this is great, because you're hitting all sorts of bases when it comes to painting, and it's just like great, you're hitting all those bases when it comes to just a model. This is super unique too. Like, I haven't seen too many like tricycle treaded little tanks. What would this guy look like? I wouldn't say a cockroach at all. Honestly, I almost see like a crab when I look at him. I'm trying to think, yeah, what would be like his influence? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm sure it's written down somewhere. Maybe a spider, I guess, or yeah, just like a putrid, gross, like disgusting beetle. I guess I could see that. Adblocker says, saying the Blight-hauler looks cute is true. He's saying it's a true Papa Nurgle take. Yes, Papa Nurgle would like adore and pamper and probably like pet these guys everywhere. God, isn't Nurgle like the greatest? I don't think it's that bad to fall to Nurgle, you know? Okay, that's a lie. Maybe you don't want to fall to Nurgle, but if you had to, like, there's worse gods you could choose. Slaanesh would probably do some pretty terrible things too. Nurgle, nah, man, he's gonna pamper you and tell you how awesome you are. He's gonna, like, help you with your homework and stuff. Like, yeah, definitely want to be a Nurgleite if you're choosing a Chaos God. Yeah, again, I freaking love this model. I'm trying to think if there was, like, easy kit bashing opportunities. I don't think there were. I'm trying to think how I spiced mine up. I think all I really did was, like, cut off certain spikes or whatever. So not the best thing. That said, if you're a good modeler and you can learn green stuff, which everybody should, ooh, you could have a field day with this guy. Genuinely one of my favorite models, which is funny because he's like the cheapest one. It's supposed to be like one of the most basic. I'm putting him pretty up there. So this, it's my list. Me personally, yeah, man, I'll put him right behind Mortarion. I look for excuses to put these on the table. They are pretty okay as well. They give you anti-vehicle in your Death Guard army, which is quite valuable. So yeah, they're pretty handy to have. And again, super cheap. If you don't already have these, get on eBay. I bet you can get them for like 20 bucks on eBay, because normally you save money. In fact, you know what? We got nothing better to do. Let's take a look. 40k Blight-hauler. You better be 20 bucks. Okay, 25 bucks. That's fair. All right, 25. I take back what I said. Look, you can get 4 of them for under 80 bucks, which would be sick to run a whole... Oh, there we go. 20 bucks or 19 bucks. Anyways, that's a detour. Again, I adore this model. Go out and get it. Don't even think about it. If you're running Death Guard or thinking about starting Death Guard, 3 of these is an excellent addition to have to your army. Sarah Kiss says, I think this little buddy is influenced by an isopod, partially at least. No, I completely agree with that. Yeah, the disgusting beetle. We're an isopod. Yeah, no, potato bug. Am I right? Is that an isopod? I do see the potato bug all of a sudden, so, no, very good point. Again, they maybe not so much. I was going to say they kind of follow the helmets on the infantry, which I like a lot, if that's the detail. And, in a sense it does. It's cool, too. He's, bursting with pus or other disgusting stuff, I'm sure. Alright, next up, we got... Where are we? Ooh, the Chosen Mortarion. So I had to split these into 3. You got the Malignant Plaguecaster, the Noxious Blightbringer, and I think this guy's supposed to just be like a champion, but truthfully, you'd run this guy as pretty much anything. Run him as like a sorcerer or a chaos lord or something like that. I'm pretty sure you can do that. Hey, Alo, welcome too, man. I'm glad you can make it, brother. You were here the other day, so glad to see you around again. He says he loves that model. I'm assuming you're talking about the Blight-hauler. Yeah, me too. Obviously. All right, here, I gotta take another sip of coffee. Cheers, my friends. Excuse me, and sorry. All right, so we're gonna do these one at a time. So we'll do, I guess we'll start off with the Plague Champion. Even for just a measly Plague Champion, look at that freaking face. Look at how sick that is. That is perfect. That's what I want to see. Them, melting from rot or whatever. Their skin doesn't even hang on. It makes you think about the lore and the theme and, how cool Nurgle is and all that, just from little details like that. You got the freaking, skull grenade, because, don't they do that? They turn heads into grenades all the time. I'm just gonna gush about them all day, guys. I'm so happy to do this video. This is so easy, because it's just every single one's S tier. I will say, compared to the others, maybe not as good. Maybe. I don't know. I still like them a boatload. The fly is an excellent detail. I like, too, they connect it through the wings, so it's from the front at least, it's pretty hidden that, it almost looks like he's just hovering. The sword is alright. Definitely needs a little rust in this one. The fist is sick. Yeah, dude, every part is... even the backpack. Fantastic. You got the tentacled freaking brain skull thing. I like it a lot. Yeah, and actually, speaking of, they have some of the best backpacks in all of 40k. Their backpacks are different too. I wonder if that's in the lore that they run different backpacks. And you know what? I bet it is. Because, Mortarion, he was really big on them being able to fight in any environment, period. And so they were whatever it's called, void hardened or whatever, so they could fight in space, or they can fight in toxic clouds, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sure their backpacks were actually, special, because I believe that's how they can, live in space or whatever. It helps them with, breathing and all that. I believe. Don't quote me on it. Anyways, even just the regular Plague Champion is incredible. Let's see, who we got next? We got the Noxious Blightbringer. This is one of my favorite Death Guard infantry models. This is one of my favorite characters. That bell, come on, that is such a cool little detail. And this guy, super ultra duper, stands out on the table. People notice him right away. I'll admit, I do not like the Death Guard's style of plasma gun. It just looks kind of goofy. It's too rounded and gets bigger on the front. I'm not gonna hold it against this guy, but that's the one complaint I have about Death Guard in general. Maybe that's the old 30k style or something. I don't know. Ooh, and then you got adorable little Nurgling hanging a bell. That's definitely gonna knock this guy up yet another tier. This is one of my like I just said. This is one of my favorite models ever. I don't think anybody could not like this guy. Maybe maybe that plasma right there. But he's even got the little, I'll call him okay, maybe not plague bells, but plague spheres coming out. Look, that's such a cool detail, man. His foot turn into mush, basically just a tentacle. Like, that's an excellent little detail. Got the flesh coming out. Not a single thing not to like about these guys. And again, man, this is great for painting. Whether you're new or advanced, this model right here is one of the better ones you could, like, improve the painting with. Because again, you got all the metal work, you got bone work. You're gonna have a lot of that with Death Guard. You got the cloth going on the front. Excellent model. And the Nurgling. Make sure you pay special attention to the Nurgling. He deserves it. This guy's going straight to S tier. And then Malignant Plaguecaster. Again, we got a really unique model. There's not many or any that I can think of off the top of my head sorcerers that are like actually like doing something. How he's spitting out. Now I will admit, I'll be completely honest. It's a little funky. It does look like he's like holding cotton candy or something. Like there's a little funk to it, but still cool. He's blowing like a disease cloud in your face, which I certainly like quite a bit. The staff is awesome. Kind of reminds me of Rotigus in a sense. I wonder if Rotigus... you know what? Let's find out. I wonder if Rotigus has the same staff. I doubt it. No, okay, it is different. Never mind. Speaking of, Rotigus is awesome. Also, too, if you're running Death Guard, never forget that you can run Demons with them and the Chaos Knights or whatever. So Rotigus would actually be a pretty decent addition, and he would look sick. This model, man, like, how am I not going to repeat myself a million times? But the detail. His freaking gut, he's bursting so much with pus and all that stuff that even his belly's bursting out. Love it. And again, very unique. There's not many other models that look anything like this guy. Got the bone. He needs a, yeah, clip your toenails, buddy. Got huge, huge horns coming out and everything. Love this guy a lot. I think, honestly, truly, Matt Cloud is a little funky in person. It doesn't look real, I guess, is my complaint on it. But it does have the flies and whatnot. Let's see what, other people have to say. Alright, James David says, radical idea. Make the bottom tier S tier, the next tier SS, so on and so forth. You know, I did consider, when I first did this, I had S+, I think I did A+, A minus, and then B. You know what? We'll do close. We'll get close to what you want. We'll do S, A+, gotta have it at least A, B. Alright, so I'll meet you halfway. We'll do that, because I agree with you. Legitimately, seriously, before I did, I was going to do, S+, A+, because I knew I was going to put all these guys so high. So, alright, let's start rating them. So we can put them as a whole. As a whole, they can definitely go S. Probably... Ooh. Yeah, I'd probably put them higher, as a whole. Actually, as a whole, I'll put them down here, and then individually... Malignant, he's still excellent. He's my least favorite of them, though, so I'll put him right there. And actually, because we split up the tiers, good idea, I can put him down here. Put him, right there, top of S. Noxious Blightbringer, you're going way up there. Probably put you in third. And then the Plague Champion, even he is excellent. I do like him more than the Malignant Plaguecaster, so we'll put him bottom of S+. This is hilarious that we're doing it. Hey, Charlie, glad you can make it, man. And you're not that late. We still got, we still got a boatload to go through. I guess I'll show you real quick. Basically, everything's S tier ever. And Mortarion's first, and then the rest, kind of obvious. Plague Marines, Deathshroud, all of them going high, man. So you're just in time. Let's see. Anybody else say... Oh, okay, they're all gushing with each other. I'm glad you guys are all getting along. That's fantastic. Alright, let's see. Next up. Oh, wait. Ooh, that's right. So this guy doesn't have a model. All of a sudden, I'm having a... Lord of Contagion. I'm like, oh, all of a sudden, I'm having a brain fart. Lord of Contagion. So, this guy's fun to get, isn't he? So let's pull him up. Yeah, GW doesn't sell this model anymore, but this guy's so good. This guy's one of the best characters again. Let's see what he goes for on eBay. I bet he's not that bad, because you could get him... I think he was only in the Dark Imperium box. I'm not sure if that's right, but I know he's really hard to get. So let's take a look. Oh, okay, 30... Oh, nope, that's Lord Felthius. $50 with 15 bids. Dude, you know what's funny? I have a bunch of these guys. Maybe I should sell some. I'm pretty sure I got like 3, maybe 4 of them. Holy cow. Anyways, that's a detour. So, such a good model. I wish we had a spinny version so I could show you, but that's too small. Yeah, the horn and the helmet. It's one of the cooler helmets they got. Just like gushing with detail in every way, shape, and form. Let's see if I can do a centered one. Ooh, can I zoom in? Ooh, okay, much better. The detail work in every... Hey, go... What? Tout refuser are. Anyways, look at that. Ooh, you got a little Nurgling. I wonder, I wish I could spin it. I wonder if he's a, like, fat Nurgling, like you see him on the other side, in which case that's, like, the best icon I've ever seen ever. Everything's so good. How his belly's split open, and his guts are just hanging out. How he's crushing a poor little Nurgling, and that's kind of a dick move. I don't like that. But, actually, whatever. They don't mind. They just go back to the warp if they die. It's okay. Look at that axe. Imagine, like, getting your arm caught in that or something. There's so much to love. The detail work, man. There's so many things you just notice, like, looking at it. Just looking at it, yeah. Like I mentioned, the split belly, you got the cracked skull, like, yeah, man, you could spend an hour looking at this model. I fucking love it. Freaking love it. I guess, so like we mentioned, they're kind of expensive, unfortunately, but I think they're worth it. They have okay rules. Speaking of, so, a lot of people are smart, and they're using, like, Lord Felthius or whatever as it counts as. So if you can get your hands on this guy, that's probably a good call. Do the Lord Felthius. Ooh, and even the artwork is fantastic. Yeah, this guy, he's going S tier, like, for sure. What's funny, too, he's, like, kind of old. He's, like, relatively old. He's, like, 5 or 6 years old, I think, something like that. Detail work still stands up. You can set him next to a modern kit, and yes, you notice a slight difference, but a lot of people, myself included, would still pick this guy over the newer kits. So, I'm putting him S tier. That's where he belongs. S+, I guess I should say. Ooh. I think, yeah, something like that. I think that's fair. Let's see. So, Coffee and Pistachio says, Lord of Contagion is committing war crimes and squashing a Nurgling, though. Adblocker agrees, stepping on Nurgling, very rude. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Maybe kit bash that out of there, because we love our Nurglings. Like, Papa Nurgle would not be too happy to see that, like, in the least bit. James David said, he's providing cover so he doesn't get shot. Okay, good point. All right, we saved it there. I don't have to get too mad. Because, come on. You know, don't hurt your little Nurglings, man. They're there to help you. All right, next up, we got the, ooh, what is it? It's like the something Malignifier or whatever. Let's see. Miasmic Malignifier. So, I don't own this model yet, but I really want to. It's terrain, and it's different. It's definitely different. I've seen it on the table, and it's kind of smaller than you'd expect, but all those, like, minor complaints out of the way, it's freaking awesome. It's freaking Nurgle. You gotta, it's like, how is a building getting, like, pus spoils and stuff? I don't know, you tell me, but I like it a lot. The ooze coming out of the, look, the piping's turning into, like, worms. That's such a cool detail right there. How it's cracked, I'm sure there's cool shit inside when it cracks. Let's take a look. Excuse me. Ooh. I really do need to get this model. I've been meaning to get it for a while, even though I'll never use it on the table, but it make great terrain in the least bit. I like that. It's almost like he's got a tail. Like, it's so cool how the stuff turns, like, organic when we're talking Nurgle or whatever. So this was probably, like, a chimney for, like, metalwork or something, and all of a sudden it's turning into, I don't know, it's almost turning into, like, a beast of Nurgle, like, in a sense. Got a tail, got the spikes coming out. I love it. The pipes turning into worms. That's a, like, excellent detail. The ooze coming out, the pus spoils. It's funny, because normally I hate terrain, but looking at this, I'm like, yep, S tier, you know? I don't know if he goes S+. We'll see. We'll see where we put him. Even the small one's kind of cute. That is cute. So, excellent tabletop terrain, like, definitely go out and get it. I think it's worth it. Yeah, that's cool how the cracks, how there's, I don't know, probably guts inside. It's kind of hard to see in the pictures, but there's cool stuff you can see inside. This would be really fun to paint. I need to get it still. Yeah, I love it. Again, the worm thing, like, I didn't notice that before until looking now, and I love it a lot. I will say the flies, they kind of they look fake or whatever, but still, having flies on there, I still like it. It's okay. Need some maggots. Do we see any maggots, though? I don't see any maggots. I guess you could like, make some maggots with green stuff quite easily, because I think that'd be cool. And that'd be cool if you, like, open the door and just have maggots, like, falling out. Anyways, I digress. Let's see. Does anybody have a opinion on this? Nope. So, it's okay. Like, you know, I was just talking how much I love it, but compared to all the other models, compared to all the other Death Guard, like, it's alright. There was a reason I didn't, like, get it right away. I do still, like, love it a lot. I'm gonna put it in, doesn't need work. I'm gonna put it in amazing, next to, Lord Felthius, down the bottom down there. It's, like, worth getting, and it's awesome, but, like, get it last. Build up the rest of your army first. Unless you just need a painting project. Ooh, alright. We are on to Biologus Putrifier. So, something we need to get out of the way. If you haven't already noticed, every single one of their characters are like excellent. So just be aware. I'm gonna continue gushing. The gushing's not gonna end anytime soon. So Putrifier, I love this guy's like the theme and idea behind him. He's like the grenade guy. Well, he's like grenade guy, and he like puts together concoctions and like toxic poisons and that sort of stuff. So I like it a lot. His model is so cool because he's carrying him behind him. Where's the spinny version? There we go. It's almost like he's got, like, wings of grenades, which I think is an interesting little detail, especially when you look at, like, the heads and whatnot. Very fun to paint. I remember painting this guy was excellent. You have to do a million different colors and, like, figure out how you're going to do it all. Again, the detail work, spilling out some of the splooge, pretty cool. Obviously, he would, like, taint his knives and whatnot, so that's a really cool detail there. That, yes, of course he has it. He's gonna shtick you. He's gonna shtick you with the goos, probably, like, melt you from the inside, or turn you into a Poxwalker or something. His helmet is so sick. Actually, I didn't notice that. His helmet is a freaking needle. That is so cool. That would be scary as hell to see this guy coming up at you. The 3 eyes. Excellent detail. They got the bug look going on. Definitely pulled it off with this guy. Ashapata. Again, I'm gonna gush a million times over these guys. Oh man, I need to do like green lighting when I like show off my models or whatever. This guy, fantastic. Let's see. Coffee and Pistachio says, side note, any Nurgle fan who has not listened to or read The Deacon of Wounds by David Annandale, it is definitely worth a check out. I can't say I've ever heard of that, so actually I'll have to look that up a little later. I do love the Nurgle lore definitely a lot, so yeah, I'll need to look into that. A lot of the lore I get, honestly, is from like 1D4chan or the Lexicanum. 1D4chan, yeah, it has a lot of issues, don't get me wrong, but for lore, I think they're actually pretty fun, because it's just like, it's like a couple of the boys making terrible jokes, inappropriate jokes and whatnot, so I do like them for that. Let's see. Francis Kane says he looks like a mosquito. That is excellent. That is exactly what I'm sure GW was going for. So that's a good point. Yeah, and that explains the wings and everything. I all of a sudden like that way more because of that whole detail. Adblocker says the dormants looking just like wings makes them look like a big fly somewhat. Very cool. Yeah, I agree. That is an very cool and very unique detail. I've never seen it on any other model. I like it quite a bit. We know where this guy's going. I do think he belongs in S+. Let's put him up there. Alright, I really need a sniffle, so 1 second, my friends. Oof. There we go, much better. Alright, this is one of my favorite. The Tallyman. I guess his name is Scribbus Wretch. The Tallyman. This is one of my favorite models. Just because, like, the flavor. This guy is so flavorful and fits his lore. Because what did he do? He, like, tallies... Obviously, he tallies stuff, but I think it's, like, every single death and, I want to say all the diseases and stuff, but isn't that, the Scrivener from, the Nurgle Demons? Anyway, this guy, pretty sick. I love that the model fits, like, the idea behind him. What is this? What is that called? Man. Even his back theme. That's like a math theme, if I'm not mistaken. I'm having a brain fart. I'm not sure what it's called. But so a math theme going on. If you're a math nerd, this guy would be especially cool. You got the little Nurgling, and again, he's a helper. This is why you don't hurt your Nurglings. They're gonna help you. Oh, that's cool. His face is like, yeah, like melting away or whatever. I do like that. Ooh, I didn't notice the the testicle sack with ink in it. I definitely like that. That's a cool little detail. So again, this is one of my favorite models because again, the flavor that's coming out of this guy is so cool. I could see some people thinking he's kind of generic because he doesn't like, aside from his backpack, he doesn't like super duper stand out. Although, I think he does when you put the Nurgling on there and you notice the, god damn it, what is that called? A tablet or whatever? And you notice that thing. Yeah, I do feel like he does stand out, but he's kind of small. I can see some people not being as into him. Luckily, this is my list. I am super into this guy. I love him so much. By the way, he has excellent rules. This is one of the better models you have access to rules-wise. He'll help you get command points quite easily. Assuming I'm not mixing them up with 9th edition or 8th edition, yeah, 9th edition. The bones, obviously, we like the bones. I wish that was a worm instead of a pipe, but he'll get there. Give him another 1,000 years in the warp, and he'll get there. The face is awesome. He doesn't look too jolly, unfortunately, but he's got a hard job, so it's okay. He's got a stressful job. I'll allow it. Let's see. Yeah, no other thing right there. 33 bucks, I would say is a must-have. Again, very good rules, and the model's just slick. Oh, okay. Hey, Caveman, you made it, man. I'm glad you're here. Caveman Luther says an abacus. Yeah, is that what... I believe it's that we're talking about, the abacus. Let's make sure. Yeah, an abacus. You're much smarter than I, Caveman. And let's see. Coffee and Pistachio says, his grumpy Nurgling is perfect. I believe one of the things he does is chant the count to 7. Ooh, that's a cool little detail. And yeah, I didn't realize this little Nurgling, like this Nurgling, he's not grumpy, man. He's just serious. He takes his job serious. Because, you know, Papa Nurgle needs them numbers. This guy is gonna get it to him. I freaking love the Nurgling so much. 100%, like, for real, I'm gonna do, like, a Nurgling tier list at some point, and we'll just go over all the Nurglings, because there's so many. Each time you see one, man, you're just like, I don't even care. Forget the rest of the model. We got the Nurgling to look at. I really do love it so much. This guy's going S tier. And what's cool, too, I'm not sure you should, but you could use this Nurgling on different models. Maybe you got a Nurgle-themed Chaos Space Marines. He would go good with like, the Dark Apostle or whatever. Anyways, love this freaking model. He's going straight up S+. Let's get him up there. Let's get him up there. Where would I put him, though? I personally like him a boatload. I'm gonna put him... We'll just put him here. Well, I do like him on Boatload. I could see some people not like him as much. Actually, I'm lying. All right, we'll put him. We'll put him above the Plague Marine. I love the character so much. That's another fun thing about Death Guard is that if you like having like Hero Hammer or unique rules and unique models, they're one of the best ones because they have so many characters to choose from, and you can almost always attach 2 of them to a squad, so it's kind of easy to get them on the table. I love it a lot. Look at how lopsided this list is going. S+, excellent. I love it a lot. You know what? Let's clean it up a tidbit. We can put Poxwalkers probably do belong in S Fantastic. And this guy, I do like him a lot. Yeah, I'll leave him up there. I'll leave him up there. I think that's fair for now. Let's see. Abacus, Coffee and Pistachios, oh my bad. Serious, that's right. GW, missing a trick, not making a sprue of Nurglings. All sorts of people would grab that. Holy cow, that is a super, like, yeah, I'm really surprised they don't do that, because I would buy them up in an instant. What'd be cool, too, they're so small, you'd probably get, like, hopefully, you'd get, like, 20 of them or something. And knowing GW, and especially how good their modern, like, sculpts are, they would have a field day doing that. That'd be so much fun for them as well. Maybe we need to write them a letter, like, hey, where are my Nurglings, man? I love that, too, how they're separate. So, again, you can put them on other kits. I definitely like that a lot when we're talking Nurglings, anyways. Alright, so this guy, S+, obviously, he's fantastic in almost every way, shape, and form. Ooh, alright, we were just talking about Nurglings. One of the best ones from GW ever. So, the Plague Marine Champion. I actually do not own this model yet, but this Nurgling alone is going to force my hand to buying this. 1,000%, I'm going to buy this guy. For that little Nurgling right there. This guy made waves. How many, like, I've seen plenty of videos where he's, like, the mascot for the thumbnail or whatever, because he is that good. It's almost hard not to just stare at him and, like, rate the rest of the model. Like, I'm just like, oh, I love it in every way, shape, and form. This is one of the more detailed ones, too. Got the maggot. You gotta have the maggots, man. That jumps them up another level. But, alright, enough about the Nurgling for a moment. Also, there's multiple Nurglings. I didn't mean to leave you out. You're cute, too. My apologies. Look at the face. That is so cool. I don't quite understand how there's like a tube going up there, but I like it. Also the tube going in the nose. That is awesome. It's, you know, obviously it's turning into a bone. This guy's entire face is going to be, yeah, a bone here in a short bit. The detail work, as usual, excellent. The pus spoils, the battle damage, the deterioration, the rust. I love all of it. Let's see, do we got it? Ooh, we do got spinning version. Gotta have the spinning version. Let's, the other Nurgling too. Ooh, that's cool. So the other Nurgling's got a split belly. I do like that. It's quite unique. Looks like he's holding the, yeah, he's like holding the, I don't have a clue what those are called. I'm gonna call it a plague sphere or whatever. He's holding that, and that's actually really cool. You could totally put that on another model. Yeah, I love the detail work. The bolter hanging off the back. That'd be tempting to, like, steal this backpack and put on another model. So this is a fantastic guy. I like it a lot. The only crappy part, I suppose, is that he's, like, monopose. So, like, you can't really get multiple. Well, you could, but it kind of sucked to get multiple. It's, like, the only thing to hold him back. I swear to God, that Nurgling right there is making me want to put this guy, like, above Mortarion. I won't. I don't think it's fair, but my God, do I love that. Ooh, we do gotta zoom in. Yeah, I love it so much. All right, let's see. James David says, my boy, or the boy. Adblocker says, Helmet Nurgling should be a standalone HQ. Oh my god. Wouldn't that be cool if they had character Nurglings? I would definitely get into that. Coffee and Pistachio says, yeah, he says, yes, I agree. Yeah, dude, this guy, and the detail, again, Nurglings, like, they do a pretty good detail these days, but this guy especially, the cracked helm, the little maggot coming out, I love it in every way, shape, and form. And again, man, this guy steals the thunder from the rest of the model. Like, isn't that hilarious? I don't care about you. Like, let's talk to this guy. He's going way up there. He's going way, 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 way up there. He doesn't go above Mortarion. Truthfully, I do like the Blight-hauler more, but we'll put him as the best. It's funny, because this guy is just a Plague champion. He's nothing that special, but I'm putting him way up there. Basically, riding on the shoulder of giants, a.k.a. the Nurgling right there. Ooh, next up, we got the Icon Bearer. This guy, actually, I like this kit quite a bit as well. He definitely stands out on the table. Look at how excellent that icon is, with the Death Guard mask. You got the Pickle Helb, or whatever the heck it's called, the World War I type style. I like the tubing, good paint job, GW. The skull obviously is excellent, but then not just the icon, the rest of them awesome as well. That mask is quite pretty sick right there. Oh, what does that remind me of? That reminds me of Death Krieg, the Death Korps Krieg, sorta has that style right there. And yeah, he's got the Pickle Helb, the World War I German helmet. I do like that quite a bit. On the side, do we got a spinny version? Yeah, we got a spinny version, good. Because it looks like there's some other detail. Yeah, you got like a, it's not even a skull yet, it's just like a rotting head. Definitely a cool look. I like, too, the icons chained to him. That's actually a pretty cool look, like, good luck getting that away from him. Also, too, that's a really short chain, so maybe it makes it so, like, can't fall down, I suppose. Yeah, this guy's awesome. I love the backpack, too. A fair amount of them have this style backpack, and I really love it. It's like they got, like, I don't know, ooze and cum or something that they're drinking on as they move along, which I do like quite a bit. The tentacles, again, quite awesome. Like, what is there not to like about this guy? The grenade rack on his chest, like, that's a cool little detail. I wonder if that's separate, because you could use that on other models. Let's see. No, it's not separate, but you could cut it off if you want to. Only 30 some odd bucks. Like, yeah, man, I think it was a pretty sick model. And look at, like, even their bolters are very unique. Got, like, the wood hand grip, which is cool. I didn't know 40,000 years in the future you'd be using wood, but that's pretty sick. I guess Nurgle don't give a damn. Maybe it's from Nurgle's garden. Anyways, I love this guy quite a bit. Quite a bit. I like it. I don't think he doesn't have that good of rules. What does he do? He, like, I think he get crit hits on a 5-up, I think is what he does. It's not the best rules ever, but I want to run him just for how he looks. So, S+ tier, a lot of stuff going S+. I'll put him bottom. Alright, let's fix this up a little. Where's Malignant Plaguecaster? Alright, okay, I was like, Malignant doesn't go above this guy. Alright, that's fair. Yeah, I love the icon bearer. Let's see. Anybody got anything? Coffee and Pistachio says, so cool that he has the icon chained to himself. Yeah, man, I like that a lot. That's a neat little detail that I can't say I've seen on other stuff. And it definitely, like, adds to the evil theme or whatever. I don't know why, but having stuff chained to you, definitely kind of evil. Ooh, alright, maybe we'll finally break out of S tier, guys. So, we got the Terminator Lord. Chaos Space Marine Terminator Lord. Needs a Nurgling. Needs a green paint job, needs a lot more rot, needs a lot more boils, needs maggots, he needs a million things. You would not buy this model, I don't think. You would just run Lord Felthius or Kit Bash a different Deathshroud or whatever as your HQ, as your Terminator HQ. So, I won't spend too much time on this guy. I will say, I love the Tyrannid head, like, that's a pretty cool look. Dead Dark Angels, you always love to see that. So, there's definitely bits of it. Oh, and that Melta, that Combi Melta, it's one of the best ones GW's ever done. But, unfortunately, you gotta compare him with other Death Guard? Nah, you're going quite low, my friend. You would have to kit bash the hell out of this guy to make him worthy of putting in your army. So, while it's trash, it's only a C tier. And realistically, I'd probably put him in D tier. I'm not too impressed with that guy, even for Chaos Space Marines. So he goes down there. And then we got one that's even worse, in my humble opinion, the Sorcerer Lord in Terminator armor. I hate that helmet so much. I do not think they pulled off that helmet very well. You would think it looks sick, because in the picture, yeah, it looks pretty sick. In person, nah, man, it doesn't look right. Like, trust me. Can they show it? Yeah, it's like too thin or whatever. And also, too, the spear he's holding, whatever the hell it's called, the staff, it doesn't look that cool in person too. It's like too stubby or something. Somebody did mention that he has like a frog, a frog knee pad, which I certainly see. Definitely right there. But yeah, this is probably my least favorite model we've looked at so far. So unfortunately, got to put him quite low, below the Chaos Lord. Danger Pig says Blightlord arms work great with magnets. The Blightlord, yeah, and actually, almost all of them work great with magnet. Like, okay, actually, I lie, because there's a lot of mono pose kits, but your, like, Deathshroud and your Plague Marines, most certainly, you need to be magnetizing. You should magnetize all your armies, guys. If you don't already magnetize stuff, like you should, for all you know, GW is going to do a 180 and start charging you points for the weapon loadouts you bring. I would not be the least bit surprised if they do that. Maybe not this edition, but like in 11th edition or whatever. Don't be at all surprised. It'd be a sneaky way of them forcing you to buy more kits too, because you didn't magnetize them. Also too, there's the obvious one, rules change, so like certain loadouts get better than others. So like, you should probably be magnetizing your stuff. Alright, we're back to True Blue Death Guard. This is another one of my like favorite models when it comes to like the idea and the theme behind him. Apparently his name is Dr.Rotbone, the Plague Surgeon. Alright, here, I'm gonna take a swig of coffee, friends. One moment. And then I'm really gonna blow my nose. It's getting kind of bad. One second. One day I'll learn how to use, like, a mute button. One day. Alright, I'm back. Alright, so, Plague Surgeon. Got the maggots. Got the excellent face. It's kind of hard to see, but you got the excellent face. You got the tongue coming out the skull. What does he have? Is that like a, not a microphone, but like a speaker he's got right there? Like, that's kind of cool. I think it is. Oh, and then, of course, he's got the evil narcocanum, or whatever the heck it's called. Basically a drill. He's going to drill into your ass, and then he's going to stick you with, like, dirty cum. So, definitely don't want to get near this guy. The backpack is sick. I like that backpack a boatload. What's cool is you could probably use that on other models. So you want to kit bash a really sick lord or whatever. Yeah, just steal this guy's backpack. Like, that would stand out in hella. I like it a lot. I will admit, the one part I'm going to complain about, I guess, is sort of the hood, the cloak. It's just like, something's weird with how it looks. It makes sense. He's from the warp or whatever. I'm sure it got ripped up and it's not connected. But it doesn't look like connected to itself, which is just like, kind of weird. Kind of weird. And I think his head's like really low down, which is fine. Maybe he's got some weird like bone disease that shrinks his neck down. But then, you look at like that sword. Look at that sword. One of the cooler ones I've seen for like any kit. That is quite sick. And then again, the I think it's called a narcocanum or whatever. The hand drill. I like that quite a bit too. Oh my god! Look at that freaking shoulder pad. The plague bearer shoulder pad. Woof! That is wow. That's one of the better ones I've seen. And I didn't. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. That is sick as fuck, man. I would totally sport that. Let's see. So Francis Kane says his head looks a lot like the hooded one from the Master of Executions. Yes, and even the how his like teeth are kind of exposed. One of those Master of Executions are kind of similar. So no, I totally see like the yeah, I totally see the relation there. And then Coffee and Pistachio says the Bonesaw Cleaver, brutal. Yeah, dude. That is one of the cooler ones I've seen. I would love to use that, again, on a kit bash. That'd be excellent. Even for regular Chaos Space Marines. You could even use that on, like, normal Space Marines if you know, filled it in. But anyways, I like that a lot. And yeah, I didn't think about it. That's a bone saw that surgeons would use. Just super warped out and giant. I like it a bit. I'm trying to think. What is that little channel right there? I guess it's just, like, rot or whatever. Maybe it's, Is it a tentacle? No, I don't think it is. Just cool little detail work. This guy obviously goes super up there. I love the maggots. Anytime we see a maggot, I'm going to be happy. You got the needles hanging down. Got the vials. This guy's fun to paint. Vials are always fun to paint. They're hard, or they can be hard, but it's like worth it. Lets you like splash in some color if you want, which I like quite a bit. Yeah, dude. I could just, again, I could stare at these for hours and just, like, find new themes every little bit. Got the bells hanging down. Excellent in every way, shape, and form. This guy, we know where he's going. They're all going freaking up there. I can't help it. He goes, S+. Let's see. I do think the other characters look better. I do think. So we'll put him below the Tallyman. I think that's a fair spot. Let's see, Adblocker says his shoulder pads are amazing. Yes, especially that one. Especially that one. That's one of the better I've seen anywhere. Like, obviously it's painted really well, but even unpainted, like, I'm sure that looks sick. And then these ones are still fine, too. Alright, quick, somebody, what is the lore behind these freaking spheres I keep seeing? There's gotta be a reason they're there. I would assume they hold, like, gas or whatever, so maybe there were gas grenades in the past? Not too sure, but either way, it is a cool look. Nice little detail to toss in there. Ooh, next up we got Typhus, Herald of the Plague God. So this guy, even his old kit was pretty sick. Let's see if we can find his old kit real quick, actually. Typhus, out of print, maybe. No. Oh, that's cool. I love, I'm a dork for, like, 3D printed stuff. Like, that's pretty chill. Typhus, old model. There we go. Ooh, that's right. When they first, like, were previewing the new one, I wasn't so sure how I felt on it, because I do like the old one, but it was, like, metal, super showing its age or whatever, a lot smaller than it needed to be, but my point is, even the old one was sick. Look, it's even got a little Nurgling right there. Whether you get the new or the old one, still an awesome model, and not actually still pretty decent size, even compared to the new one. Anyways, that's a detour. This guy, they did excellent on him. This is like the most recent, Lord of Virulence would be newer, but this guy's like the second newest Death Guard, so he came after all the new models came out, if I'm not mistaken, which would mean he has like the ultra modern GW sculpting work and whatnot. So I bet you if you put him next to the other models, like, you'd probably see a small difference there. Look at, like, what's not to love again. Got a cute little, cute little Nurgling sticking his tongue out at you. That is a sick fly right there. Like, that is awesome. Even this one's really cool. You got a million little flies and the big fat ones going. That is tight. And, of course, his helmet, very unique to Typhus. Well, I guess not that unique, but, like, you see the helmet, you know it's Typhus, for sure. Gotta do the spinny version. Let's take a look here. His pose is both, like, kind of funny and excellent. I do like the pose overall, because he does stand out, but it is, like, kind of goofy. Why are you posing, man? Like, you should be out there murdering. I love the amount of flies. I'm glad that they just, like, you can't even make out the cloud. There's so many flies, which I like. And those big fat ones, those are cool. Like, I didn't realize they had, like, gigantic ones the size of your head or whatever. That'd be scary as hell. See coming at you. Let's see. Oh, okay, so for the spheres, Coffee and Pistachio says those are incense holders. Not so pretty smells coming from them anymore, though. Ah, okay, so that makes perfect sense. Incense holders. And then, let's see. Adblocker says, I dislike his goat legs. Otherwise, amazing details. Ah, okay, I can see that. The hooved feet. Definitely. Let's see. Is there anything else we might not like? No, not really. I like the entire thing. I like, obviously, his scythe is pretty freaking awesome. This is one of the bigger ones. And what's cool, too, like, even Mortarion has, like, a kind of funky one where it's, like, not very sharp or whatever. Nah, this one's one is sharp. Now, Typhus, he's the one who sold out the Death Guard, right? Like, during the Heresy, when they got stuck in the warp or whatever, he's the one who, like, sold them out to Nurgle. Am I remembering that right? In which case, again, this guy has really cool lore, really fun story behind him, and honestly, $45 for this kind of model, that's actually a steal. Because this is, like, one of the, like, really good character models they put out. $45 is completely fair for this guy. Truthfully, I actually don't own him yet, not that I recall. Maybe after this video, I'll have to go to the store and go get him, because I do like his kid very much. By the way, I finally got my Vashtor the other day and got him put together. Very happy with that model. Adblocker says, so Typhus, he tricked them into going there, but Mortarion did the deal with Nurgle. Coffee and Pistachio says, I like to imagine Typhus got a sense of humor after the Heresy, hence his jovial pose. Okay, well, I mean, we are talking about a Nurgleite follower here, so I would hope that they're pretty jovial. And I have read I haven't read, like, any Death Guard books or anything, don't get me wrong. Everything I know is from, like, the Codex or 1D4chan or whatever. But some of the sentences I've heard from him, he is, like, well, I love it too, man. They're all, like, super religious, like, almost Christians, where they're in, like, a cult and they're, like, annoyingly happy or whatever. They come off as that. And so I think I've read some sentences where Typhus is sort of like that. We're like, oh, you know, praise Papa Nurgle. We don't give a damn. We're gonna go spread the love of Nurgle. Let's go have some fun or whatever. Yeah, I do. God, that's such cool lore behind them. So all in all, this is an excellent model. I think it's an incredible model. There's certain parts, the pose is kind of funky. I don't mind the legs at all, but I could see some people not liking them. I do like, too, the base work. This is, so if you guys have been paying attention to the newest of the new models that GW does, almost all of them have little base work on them. That's almost like a differentiating factor between like the old kits and the new ones. I like it a lot. It's like a small detail, but it really does add a good bit. Yet again, this is another model you could literally stare at for like 10 minutes and keep finding new themes. So he's going way up there, Even his old model would have gone way up there as well. Let's see. He stands out quite well on the table. Like, I've seen other people run him, and I do, like, you see him, like, immediately, and he does look really cool. I'm gonna put him pretty up there. Sorry to knock you down, Mr. Helmet Nurgling, but I do kind of think Typhus belongs that high up. I still like the Blight-hauler too much, and obviously nothing's gonna knock a Mortarion down. Nothing's gonna knock that down. Oh, alright, we might get into an actual trash model here. Chaos Spawn. I'll tell you right off the bat, I do not think you should buy this kit. Sorry, Games Workshop. This is a terrible kit. I don't know how old it is. It must be, like, ultra old. But it's just, like, they look stupid on the table. And what it is this leg right here. So there's two of them. So already, ultra expensive. 55 bucks for two average-size models. And then this foot does not look right in the least bit. And if you have multiple kits, they're not quite monopose. You got a million bits, and in fact, only their body is monopose. Everything else isn't. But that foot right there stands out like a mofo. They're not the most detailed. There's two of them, right? Yeah, where's the second one? The other one, he's okay. His foot is okay. His body, not so much. I hate this kit so much. Look, GW had the foresight to fuzz out the guy in the back, because they know how terrible it freaking looks. Like, why would you make it fuzzy, GW? There are some cool bits. You got a badass helmet right there. We're not talking about Corn in the least bit. Get out of here, Corn. But still kind of cool. Everything else sucks. The tentacles, not the best detail, like, at all. This kit, Ultra, is showing its age. A million times over, I hate this kit a lot. This guy, he's got the Resident Evil look going on, so that's kind of chill. I'll give him that. And the arms are cool. If you're going to kit bash them onto, like, a Demon Prince or something, some of that is cool. Do not buy this kit, though. Look, even a badass Crab Claw, which admittedly is still badass, it has, like, terrible detail, especially in person. Not the best. The hand doesn't look good. Anyways, I'm done talking about these guys. This is a terrible kit. Don't buy them. We're gonna make a new tier, because I really do hate them. Add a row below. Actual trash. Alright, actual trash. Go in there, get out of here. Let's see. Coffee and Pistachio says, why did the Spawn have to be in this list? It was going so well, too. Yeah, dude, I agree. Maybe I should have just skipped right over him. Charlie agrees, blah. And then Sarah Kiss says, Spawn, send them into orbit. Send them into orbit every time I see them. Dude, they're so bad. And they are like, just 3D print them, or go on eBay and look up, like, proxies or whatever. Don't run that kit, especially for 55 bucks. Maybe if they're, like, 20 bucks or something, maybe I could let it go. I'm, like, ashamed of myself that I bought this kit. I think I bought two of them, and looking back, I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Alright, on to a Rhino. So, it's a Rhino. Not too much to say about it. Unfortunately, there's no, like, Death Guard flavored one. Although, you know what? I bet there's some sick-ass kit bashes, so let's look. 40k Nurgle Rhino. I bet there's some awesome ones. Yeah, boy. We're gonna have, like, nothing. So this is... Come on, GW. You couldn't show us one that looks like this? Like, come on, dude. Look at that. Alright, let's gush over the kit bashes for a minute here. Damn, okay. What is 300 NZ to USD? How much does that guy want? Alright, no, couldn't see. Anyways, really expensive, even though it's cool. Oh, that's like the old Rhino, too, I think. Because you can tell it's, like, really small. That said, look at how much fun you can have with these guys. That's such a cool little idea right there. Let's look at a few more, because I really do like the... Ooh, I just saw a really cool one. That's awesome! A Land Raider. Oh, I love that. It looks like it's from the same person. Oh, that's so cool. Look, they did, like, the eyeballs as, well, the headlights as eyeballs. Oh, my God. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna gush over these for a bit. This is... Oh, I was like, don't be fuzzy. That is one of the cleaner ones I've seen. Wow. Whoa, man. So anyways, while I'm complaining about the rhinos, as you can see, you can make them sick as hell, man. Spend some time on them. Everybody ever is going to want to look at your models like I'm doing here. I wonder where he got that, because that is, whoa. That is an excellent icon. Ooh, I like that detail. It's like bursting with flesh. That's an excellent detail right there. Damn, I wish I could paint as good as this guy, because that is, yeah, it's pretty well. Anyways, alright, so, Rhino, still pretty cool. Let's see, so, Francis said, slap some Nurglings on the Rhino and call it a day. That's smart, man. That'd be a super easy way to fix this. Doing with green stuff, tentacles are like the easiest possible thing you can make. You would just do a tentacle or two, just coming out of the viewports. Bada bing, bada boom. Put a Nurgling on top. Maybe a Plague Bearer, like, I don't know, crushed between the spikes or something. You can definitely spice it up. Not that hard. Green stuff especially, and tentacles especially, really easy. Coffee and Pistachio says, damn, those are some impressive kit bashes. Agree completely, man. I wish I was this talented, but I will say I do like kit bashing, and I do like individualizing my models especially. I definitely like, I'll try to mix them up, I'll cut stuff up and do it, but I'm not this good. I'm not like kit bashing, or excuse me, like molding awesome shit to put on there. But either way, good job. This almost saves it from going too low. I will say, again, it's a Rhino, so we'll put in needs work. And actually, this is an apt name, isn't it? Because you need to put some work into it to make it look very Nurgly, and then it gets really excellent. Otherwise, honestly, I got no complaints with the Rhino. It's, you know, it's a classic 40K model. Plague drones and Nurgle, eh? GW. Why do you all... You're so funny, man. How can you be a billion-dollar company and not realize that this needs to go somewhere else? Anyways, if I were to rate these guys, S+ tier, S+. I won't spend too much time on them, but I love Plague Drones. Maybe they're trying to trick you into buying these guys for your Death Guard army. I guess you can run them. You run them as allies. But in that case, I'd like to see, like, I don't know, Great Unclean One or something up here. Alright, Chaos Predator. So again, let's look up some kit bashes. Because we all know what the normal one looks like. Ooh la la. Shall we? Alright, come on. Alright, it's like, quit being fuzzy. That's an awesome paint job, too. Yeah, you don't have to do green. You can do the, the Heresy colors or whatever. Pre-Heresy, I guess. Yeah, dude. I want to know where he got that freaking bulldozer blade from, because I want to do that on my Predator all of a sudden. This isn't even, like, the most Nurgled out thing ever. He just painted it so damn well. And he does, like, I like that detail. Oh, dude, that's cool. He's got, like, real tanks that have, like, blowout, panels for, like, their ammo or whatever. It looks like he kind of added that, which I think is a sick detail. Let's see if we can find a more Nurgly one, though. Oh, my gosh. Ah, my gosh, man. Seeing stuff like this makes me want to, like, learn green stuff. I've never been one to green stuff too much, and these aren't even, like, I'm not talking smack about your models in the least bit, but these aren't even, like, the best ones out there. But look at, like, how much it adds to your model. Just to spend a little bit of time, buy some fake teeth on eBay, and just, like, make a, yeah, like, putty mouth right there. You can have some really cool look. Let's see if we can find one more. Let's find a really cool one. Damn, that guy went way off, or went way out on that one. Oh, alright, yep. This is like an old school. I think I've seen this. It's got like Cheerios on it. Alright, this is like so adorable. I gotta look at it. Alright, that's pretty cool. This is the old school Predator, I'm pretty sure. And that's awesome that even back in the day, people knew how to make them ultra Nurgle. This one is kind of goofy, but I still love it. Ooh, the hand popping out the top, like, that's kind of cool. The Cheerios stuck in the side, like, that's interesting. That's an interesting detail. Coffee says, yeah, needs work, but S tier when kit bashed. Yeah, yes, yep. You spend the time on them, these will jump straight up to S tier. Even if, like, okay, this isn't the best one ever, because, you know, it's just not as detailed. That would still be, in person, that would still go S tier, whatever. I love it a lot. Anyways, so, we know where it's going. B needs work. Defiler. This one's almost like a true blue Nurgle one, just because they included some Nurgle pictures in here. You got the green one, you got the green, ooh, and you can rotate it as well. That said, you know, needs Nurglings, needs tentacles, needs all that stuff. Let's see, you know what? Kind of fun. I like seeing what's a Nurgle Defiler. Forge World used to do a Soul Grinder or whatever that was Nurgle-y. Ah, that's sick. That reminds me of, like, Doom, the game or whatever. Take a look here. That's pretty sick. Oh, that is a soul grinder that I made super duper chaosy, or super duper nurgly. I like that quite a bit. The mortar could use some work, but I'm not going to complain too much about your excellent kit bash, sir. Oh my god, what is that? Whoa! That is slick. Of course you can make me zoom in. I like that a boatload. I wonder how much time he spent on that. Like, that would take some time. Kind of looks like he used the Rat Ogre kit or whatever. Kind of looks like from AOS. Look at a few more. That's awesome. I like that a bit. See, and that's... Oh, dude, cool legs. The spider legs. This is cool, too. It's Nurgle. Like, they don't have to look as detailed. You can literally, like this guy, you can just do a, like, giant pussed out, like, bloated blob of something and would fit the theme or whatever. So, I like these quite a bit. A lot of kit bash opportunity there. Unfortunately... maybe not, unfortunately. Even baseline, the Defiler's freaking sick. Like, yeah, he's getting older, he's showing his age or whatever, but who doesn't like a giant killer crab mecha murder machine or whatever? So I'll still rate him kind of high. Sure, you put him in needs work. Alright, I gotta put him in needs work, but I'll put him very top of needs work. Tempted to put him in amazing. Unfortunately, he's not amazing. He needs a refresh. That would be excellent if we do get a refresh for the Defiler. For real. The new kits are looking so good from GW. I can't wait until we get some refresh, or better yet, new kits for armies like Death Guard or Chaos Space Marines or any of those armies. Alright, Land Raider. Do they have a green one? Let's see, do you have a green one? Ah, no green one. Well, we know what to do, so 40k Nurgle Land Raider. These ones are so big, too, that's kind of easy to, have space to, get them out. I watched this guy's video. I remember his video. I just want to see the image. This was pretty cool. He did exactly what I mentioned before. Just buy some teeth on eBay, get some green stuff, and stick them in there. He even bought, like, an Arts and Crafts eyeball, which worked out great. Pretty sure he bought a, some action figure and, like, ripped off the arms. So you can have some fun with them. Even, like, really clean ones. This one was done very cleanly. Well, didn't think it was a video, but that's pretty sick right there. The, again, the iconography that you can put on there. Not even the most Nurgled out thing ever, but if you paint it well and, spend a little bit of time, put the icons on there, very much pops. Let's see, are there any more we want to look at? Alright, this is kind of sick. I like that. It's like a World War II, like, British tank, I think, and they turn into a Land Raider. Ooh, that's a different style, like ultra rusted out. That's kind of cool. And this, I was going to say, there's one more I want to see. That is interesting. That is interesting. Got the Plague Bell or whatever. Oh, okay, that's totally from Skaven. That's a good idea, though. Skaven kits would fit perfect, and they do have some Nurglite stuff, too. Ooh, and he had the foresight to put Nurglings all over it, so good call, dude, good call. Unfortunately, got to put it in needs work tier. Not bad in the least bit. I will put it probably top of next to the Defiler, because you got a lot of space and a lot of space to work with there. Ooh, all right. The what is it? Biologus Putrifier, or excuse me, Foul Blightspawn. This is such an excellent model too. Look at the Nurgling. Nurgling alone, going way up S tier. And his grenades are awesome. What are they? They're like Death's Heads grenades or whatever. So he literally takes people's heads and turns them into grenades. He's got a sick flamer too. I love the whatever it's called, the viewport for his for his Plague Spear. I like that a lot. Really good painting opportunity with the crack in there. This is like a Minions Nurgling right there, so I definitely definitely like that quite a bit. His face is awesome. They're not even showing the Plague Spear that well. Let's go. Yeah, he's got a flamer. He literally, and like, it's cool, dude. Look at that. It's literally just like a hose. Like, it doesn't look like a flamer. He's just kind of like, you're like some kid on his lawn that's gonna, like, get off my lawn. I like that quite a bit. I think that's a cool little detail right there. Again, the Death's Heads grenades are awesome. That right there with the... Yeah, it's got some flesh left on it. I like it a bit. Let's see. Coffee and Pistachio says, dude's face is so jacked up, it's creepy and perfect. Yeah, dude, this guy looking at you like he's probably smiling behind it, I would be scared senseless if I noticed that this guy was paying attention to me or had noticed me. And it's super unique. That's like, I don't know, I guess it's sort of like a bird, but I can't say I've ever seen a mask anything like it. It looks like... and like quote unquote it looks wrong, sorta, which is awesome because that like it makes sense. They're not trying to look good for you or whatever. The warp's gonna get to him. Probably that helped him like not choke on his own fumes or whatever. Love that backpack. That is such a sick backpack. Just carrying, you know, a bunch of like, you know, Nurgle cum or whatever. I do like it quite a bit. The hosing, very good. It's got the ooze. Gotta have the ooze coming out. I wish it had maggots somewhere. Maybe some flies coming off the tank. It'd be cool. You could always add those. But they make up for it with a cute little Nurgling carrying his master's grenade. Dude, that's what they're always so helpful. Like, I would love a Nurgling of my own. If I'm not mistaken, they try to like they like dogpile you and like hug and kiss you if they come across a non-Nurgling. So I'm sure I'd love them in person. So we know this model's going really high up there. This is an excellent model. Great on the tabletop as well. He does, yeah, he's like incredibly powerful. Even now in 10th edition, he's good. I love that detail work. Even the crack in his body, like still detail behind. You can see like gears apparently coming out to an arm. What does that go to? I never actually noticed that. Oh, that's cool. So his arm like carries his backpack. I'm sure it like shakes it or whatever. Very cool detail. And what is the other side? Does the other side go the backpack too? Oh, that's interesting. What is that? That's interesting. That has like a handle on it. Oh, I get it. Maybe. Maybe it has like wind it up for pressure or whatever. Like that's an awesome detail if that's what that is. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm wondering what certain parts of the model and this plays into yet again. Seriously, guys, you could stare at these for 5 to 10 minutes and just keep noticing new details. There's They did so good with Death Guard. I'm really glad that they released this army. This is got a bunch more Nurgle players and a bunch more Death Guard players, and then just new players in general. People see this who know nothing about 40k, all of a sudden they want to play. Yeah, I really appreciate it. This grenades especially is pretty chill because how the eyes are the incense holders or whatever. I like that too. That's pretty cool. Oh, cool. And oh, whoa, again, man, all the detail you see. The tentacles pulling the pin. I didn't realize that. Like that's sick right there. Let's see. Sarah says, the Nurgling is like a cute Mike Wazowski. Absolutely. Absolutely. I see that in an instant. I wonder if that was their inspiration. Alright. We know where this guy's going. He's one of my more favorite ones. I'm not sure. You know what? As much as I love that Nurgling. Rating the Nurgling, yeah, it goes like up there. But without the Nurgling, we need to drop that guy down a bit. And still excellent. But this guy... I do like him more than a Plague Surgeon. Not sure if I like him more than the Tallyman, so we'll put something like that, Man, this is hilarious how the list genuinely is, like, just S tier. I knew it, too. Before I do it, it's like, do they have a bad model? No, I don't think they do. Alright, Lord of Virulence. This is the newest model for Death Guard that I'm aware of. This guy came out maybe a year ago, if even. I do like him a bit. He's really cheap. $40 for like this quality of model is good. He's got like a, I don't know, a bloated nutsack or something, which I find interesting. Let's see. Ooh, I love it. Man, I wish I was as good a painter. Okay, let's be real though. Let's be real. He has a kind of weird pose. There's like something off with his pose, if I'm being 100% real. It's kind of a Chad pose in a sense. He's kind of being Chad about it, but there's just like, in the pictures, I haven't really seen him in person. In the pictures, something off. That said, I'm not really complaining because he's still an excellent model. I want to run this guy. I don't own him yet. I really do need to own him. He has some of the better rules. He's probably the best character Death Guard have access to. So if you're looking for like a good character, especially if you're doing the Plague Mortars or whatever, probably want to bring this guy. I like this detail too, the flesh or the like skin covered tubing or whatever. I do like that a good bit. Kind of weird how it's like how it's being dragged or whatever. Like the shaping's kind of weird, but you know, I'm getting all nitpicky here because I have to get nitpicky. Everything's been so amazing so far. Like the mask is cool, kind of reminds me of the last guy. I like that a good bit. Let's see, do we got any close-ups? Not really. This is a sick model, though, all in all. He's pretty big from what I've seen. Like, he's a buffed-out Terminator, which is pretty cool. And I do like his helmet as well. If I'm being upfront, if I'm being honest, he's probably one of my lesser favorite characters for Death Guard. Again, he just has like a weird look to him or whatever. I'm sure in person he's way better than I'm like making out to be. I do love that, but like that is an excellent backpack or excellent back period. It's one of the better I've seen with all the tubing. I like really dig that. but they're just small little parts I'm not really all about or whatever. Again, I think it's just the pose they did. And this guy is quite monopose, if I'm not mistaken. Helmet's chill, though. I do like the helmet. We'll put him, he still goes, ooh. Put him in at the very top of S Fantastic. Maybe that's controversial. I'm not too sure. Like, what do you guys think of him? But I think the other ones are better. He's big, which is awesome, but I'd rather have, like, I think the standard bearer looks better, to be honest. Let's see. Coffee and Pistachios. Do you think the launcher above his head fires flares for the artillery, maybe? Ooh, let's look. You know, I didn't realize that. Yeah, that might be a launcher. Yeah, I'm not sure what else that would be. Maybe like a grenade launcher or whatever. So yeah, that very well could be what that is. That would actually be really cool if it was. And a neat little detail. Because yeah, that's his whole thing on the table. He, it's +1 to hit, right? +1 to hit for any indirect weapons. Something like that. He boosts your indirect. And I'm pretty sure he, like, gives everybody ignores cover or something. He's good, though. Either way, he's really good on the table. There's parts of it I absolutely love. That glove is ultra S tier in my eyes. I do love the bloated nutsack, or whatever the hell that is. Bloated belly, I guess it really is. The Plague Spear, like, who doesn't always like those? But just parts of it. The pose, a little weird. Let's see. Ooh, we're on to the, what was this called? Plague Marine Reinforcements. Yeah, you know. Alright, let me get a swig of coffee, so 1 second here. Cheers, my friends. Alright, so this, let's see, how much do regular Plague Marines cost? Let's check here. $60 for 7 of them. Or you can spend $45 for 3 of them. I remember not being too happy with this kit when I bought it, but we're rating them on looks. Like, looks-wise, okay. Ooh, what is that little Nurgling doing right there? Let's see. He's holding something. We gotta see. Aw, is he hanging off his master? Let's see here. No, he's not. Oh. He's got, like, a plague stick thingy. Maybe he eats it. Maybe it's, like, ice cream for him. Maybe his master just got him back from, like, the Nurgle fair, and they're, like, bringing home the Nurgle ice cream or whatever. Maybe that's what it is. It looks really cute. He's pretty adorable. Ah, for a second I thought he was chained to him. That would have been awesome. So, the model itself is excellent. The helmet is very unique. It's, like, no other Nurgle helmets are like that. I do like the spiky legs. A few models got that, but I do think it's a cool look. About to throw the Death's Head grenade or whatever. I do like that as well. Again, though, I'm going to bitch about the price. 3 of these guys, I almost think they're push fit as well. I could be wrong on that. But, you know, you got 3 very monopose models for $45. Save them until you own all the others. I should quit complaining about that, because, again, we're rating them on the looks. Take a look here. Love the Nurgling. I do like the tentacles. It's a cool look. Ooh, he's carrying, like, looks like grenades right there. That's pretty tight. Yeah, let's see the other one. Oh, I like that helmet a lot. That actually is a sick helmet right there. Yeah, boy. Sick backpack. I like that quite a bit. I think that is... Those do look like grenades. Oh, yeah, and Death Guard do have really cool grenades. Even the ones without the skull on top. Those are the cooler ones. But I like they're like potato masher grenades or whatever. That's right, this guy's got a Melta, so probably worth getting, to be honest. Preferably, you, like, kit bash your own, but if you need a Melta, 45 bucks, you know, you can get it. Obviously, tentacles pretty tight. Do they got the third one here? Yeah, they do got the third one. This guy's, his loadout's pretty basic, but I like how he's carrying that, bolter. That is a really cool, like detail they got right there, just the way he's carrying it. You don't really see that too often. Love his mask. That's actually one of the better helmets I've seen. You know, got the gross tongue coming out. I like it. Bursted belly, gotta have it. He also, too, he has one of the better plague knives I've seen, because a lot of those plague knives just look really, like, kind of generic, if we're being honest. This one has at least that little bit extra detail. Goes a long way in making it stand out. Yeah, the kit, there's nothing wrong with the kit in the least bit looks-wise. I just didn't think it's the best bang for buck when we're going in. I do love that freaking helmet, though. Like, I would use that on other models for sure. They go pretty up there. Yeah, we'll put him S+. It'd be unfair to put him any lower. The Nurgling's cute, too. Again, like, almost I want to buy that kit just to have the Nurgling. Pretty positive I do own this kit, so I need to dig up that Nurgling. Make sure I used them, you know. Let's see. Coffee says, Do you think the... Oh, wait, we already went over that. My bad, my bad. All right, we're on to another generic-ish model here. We got the Helbrute. Now, they did bless us with a Nurglite one. That said, they picked the worst loadout. Like, don't ever run double melee, especially in your Death Guard of all armies. Like, you guys are slow enough. You need some stuff to shoot across the table. He looks alright. If you watched my Chaos Space Marine review where we went over all the CSM models, we got to this guy. He is cool. He does look cool, but his pose is really bad. It's the legs, in fact. The legs are really, like, rigid and not how they should be. He literally just looks like he's standing up, like, completely straight, which I don't really like. That said, the detail work is still there. All the detail is fantastic. This is a more recent model. What else was I thinking too? Oh yeah, if you buy the Dark Imperium version, that one's sick. In fact, let's pull it up. 40k Dark. What's a Dark Imperium? Am I getting the... Okay, good. Helbrute. This one's way better in my opinion. Are they going to show it? Yeah, that right there. And, you know, kind of more... Yes, I would argue he's more Nurgle-y because he's got the big old spikes on his head and whatnot. This one's way better. Try to get that one. It is out of print, so, like, good luck with that. But I do like it quite a bit better. Oof. Yeah, look, even painted like his core and still awesome. And then the kit bash potential obviously is there. Oh, man, that's tight. He's got, like, barnacles and stuff. Let's see. Oh, whoa, what head did he use? Can I zoom in? Yeah, what the heck is that right there? I like that a lot. Got the Nurgling, must have. Yeah, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. If you look, really, a lot of that isn't even that hard for the green stuff. Like the barnacles, really not hard in the least bit. The tubing, I'm not sure how he did that, but I'm sure with like a toothpick or something, you can totally get that there. Yeah. So again, don't be afraid to like take some time and spice them up quite a bit. Also, too, he did the basing really well. The what did I do? When I did some basing, I bought the, what is the thing you put on your table? Coasters, there we go. I bought some coasters made out of cork. Just cut them up and put them on the base. That's a really simple and cool way to spice up your models, because when you paint it, it looks just like rock. Anyways, as much as I love the Helbrute overall, ooh, especially the Dark Imperium one, like that is how you do it. The new one, though, it looks just too rigid. I'm not as happy with that new kit. Be sure you magnetize it. If you get it, definitely a kit to magnetize. And this one is not hard to do at all. Yeah, has a lot of whipping options too, so definitely do it. We will put him in, yeah, needs work. Needs work. He's just like middle of needs work, somewhere in there. Coffee, appreciate you coming around, man. You were great to talk with. Definitely come around again, man. Yeah, you were fun to chat with, so... Good luck on the table, and thanks for coming out. We're almost done anyway, so perfect timing. All right, so for some reason, GW got rid of the original Demon prints. So, all right, we got the new one, which is sick. We'll get to that in a second. But you got the Death Guard specific one. I'm kind of sad they got rid of it. So, Nurgle Demon prints. I love this model. This is such a fun one to paint. Where is it? Yeah, this guy right here. Look at how sick that is. He was Finecast, so that sucked a lot. I will admit that. But this is actually one of the better. There we go. This is one of the better Finecast models I've ever used. He wasn't even that hard to fix up, really. He wasn't like terrible to fix up. He's got a sick sword. I love how big the sword is, covered in pus and boils and all that stuff like all over. His face is arguably a little cartoony, but it's chill. We're talking about Nurgle here, so that's a-okay. The feet are cool. Look at the like detail. He got an eyeball in the knee pad. Like, that's pretty sick. Almost everything about this I think is really cool. Oh, I love too. He's like fat. He's a fat demon prince, which is awesome. You got the ripped skin. Like, for Finecast, this is one of the few models I know off the top of my head that lives up to the Finecast like name. It really was a really good kit. That's probably why they got rid of it, because everybody hates Finecast for a very good reason. But yeah, I think this model is worth getting. If you really like Death Guard, like maybe you only play Death Guard, or you really like Nurgle, you got Chaos Space Marines that you run as Nurgle or whatever, I still think this guy's worth getting. I doubt he's that expensive. Yeah, definitely like it. Don't be afraid because he's Finecast. So, if I was rating just that model, I'd put him very high up there, in S+ for sure. We'll put him, truthfully, I like him a lot. He does have a kind of cartoony look. I could see some people not being into it. I don't mind it at all. So I'm going to put him, ooh. me personally, I genuinely do love that model so much. And he works in regular Chaos Space Marines too. I just use him as my foot Demon Prince, period. Like, I don't care if he's Nurgle or not. Well, okay, I do run him as Nurgle when I use that, but still, I use him in my CSM army quite a bit. Yeah, definitely worth getting. Put him way up there. Now, we do have a contender, though. And all the other reviews I've done, this is one of the most detailed and, like, intricate kits that Games Workshop has released in recent times. This guy's really new. He's only, like, a couple months old, if I'm not mistaken. I still haven't got the kit. I need to get the kit. 80 bucks. I think he's still kind of worth the 80 bucks. I wish he was, like, 65, but whatever. It's 2023. Everything's expensive. I especially like the foot version with no backpack, or with the backpack no wings. That's one of the better backpacks I've ever seen. He does, unfortunately, they don't really show it, but he does have a Nurgle face. Let's actually, you know what? I bet we can find the Nurgle face. Let's do it. Warhammer Community Demon Prince. They did show all the faces. Let's see. Show me the Nurgle one, because it is really good. Yeah, right there. That is like, they did really good on that. Really good detail right there. All the gods have really good detail. Even the Slanesh one is pretty cool. I will say Tzeentch, like, alright, that one's kind of goofy. I probably wouldn't run that one. But I really like the Khorne one, and the Nurgle one is excellent. That is such a good face right there. I wish they'd show us the whole model. Let's see, Nurgle Demon Prince. I know it's just going to show up the other one, but maybe somebody does us a favor. Yeah, there we go. One's totally put together. Ooh, that's a good look right there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, man, I really do need to get the new kit. Oh, that's cool. They're showing all the different versions. I like that a bit. Yeah, the Nurgle one looks so cool, though. That's well done. It's kind of in the AOS style, but whatever. Yeah, I really enjoy this kit. And again, this is one of the most detailed ones, period, that, like, GW's done in recent time. Modern, like, 2023 GW plastic is mind-blowing. I would say it's probably some of the best in the world. Probably why they're a billion-dollar company still. Definitely a fun model to get. Definitely a fun model to paint. Yeah, I think they're a must-have. What are the rules for Demon Princes in Death Guard? Oh, they give you a feel no pain, and they do, like, pretty decent damage, so I think they're worth getting. Anyways, if we're being honest, this guy probably goes above even this guy. I wish I had a Nurglite version of him to put up here, but truthfully, he probably goes up there. Yeah, alright, truthfully, probably goes above even the Blight-hauler, even though I worship the Blight-hauler. Well, guys, I think that's all the models. It's kind of hilarious how many how many had to go in S tier. I knew, yeah, before this video started, I knew that it'd be like, yeah, we're gonna be very top heavy in this this case. I think next time, what army should we do next? I like the Chaos stuff. I'll probably do Thousand Suns. World Eaters would be great too, but they don't have that many models. Maybe I'll do World Eaters. Like, that'd be a quick little video, kind of easy. I super want to do rate all the Nurglings. And in fact, we're here. I know I showed it last time, but let me show you guys the best Nurgling ever. Oh, I was like, what did I do? Plague Bearers. Come on. Saw it a second ago. There we go. This one, shaking his little ass. I freaking love that. It's in the Plague Bearers kit. They don't really have a zoomed in version of them. But that guy right there, be sure you paint the ass cheeks red. I won't get into it too much because last video I spent a bunch of time on these Nurglings. But the Plague Bearer kit, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got at least 4 Nurglings to use. So this is a great kit if you're into that. But at some point I want to do ranking the Nurgling tier list. Again, I appreciate you guys coming around. Okay, let's do a recap real quick. See if there's anything we want to change. I don't think there is. Mortarion definitely first. Let's see, do any belong lower, basically? Let's see. Alright, and the Nurgling really jumps that guy up. I do think he's still S+ tier, but let's be honest. The Plague Champion himself is good. He's still good. I just don't think he's, like, way up there is all. I do love the Tallyman. I think... Francis says, solid list, great stream. Thank you, Francis. Appreciate you coming around again, man. Yeah, these are always so much fun. I love doing these videos so much. I'm going to get back into doing, like, the quote-unquote real videos where I, record them and release them on my own, so non-live streams. I'll get back to doing that maybe this weekend, maybe next weekend, or, like, this week or whatever. But I love doing these live streams, getting to chat with you guys and, like, bounce stuff off each other. Really, it's really fun. So I appreciate you coming around. Let's see. Anything else we need to drop lower? I don't think so. Malignant Plaguecaster. I love that guy, but for real, the cloud theme is kind of off. Alright, Poxwalkers. They're excellent, but come on, who doesn't want to do the Plagueburst Crawler instead? Definitely go out and buy Lord Felthius if you haven't already. 45 bucks for 4 freaking Terminators of all things. Definitely worth it. And the Malignant Malignifier or whatever. Still need to get it. Yeah, it's still amazing, though. Defiler, I didn't mention it, but one of my favorite models ever made ever. Even back in the 90s, or when I was a kid, basically, as soon as I saw that model, I knew that Chaos had the best models of any army. And even back then, on to today, they still got the best models. The Chaos Lords, the Terminator Lords, they're not like the worst things ever, but when you compare them to like literally any single one of the other characters, they are almost trash, or they are trash in this case. And then Spawn are actual trash. Do not ever go out and buy them. I think the okay, so when you go to your local game store, they got those like cheap models. I think they're called Bones. I think the company is Bones. They sell single little figurines or whatever, really cheap. You can get counts as Spawn for days for like $5 each or whatever. So next time you go to your friendly local game store, take a look at some of their Bones figurines. They work for even Demon Princes and stuff. Like almost any model you can proxy with some of those for like literally like a 10th or a 20th of the price or whatever. So just a random little tip for y'all. Caveman Luther says the world needs a Nurgling tier list. Dude, no joke, 1000%. Like, no joke in the least bit. I'm going to do that at some point. We'll do that kind of relatively soon, I'm sure. Another one I want to do, I want to rank all the centerpieces, period, for 40k. I know Hey Whoa, I think that's how you say it. Hey Whoa did a similar video, which I love. By the way, Hey Whoa is like an awesome content creator. He like mainly does Age of Sigmar or whatever. But I want to do one for 40k, because come on, man, it's 40k. We got so many centerpieces. And there's even new ones, like we already looked at, but the new Lancer makes an excellent centerpiece. Any knight, period, would make an excellent centerpiece. It's too bad that's $200. I don't like the $200 there. Age of Dark. When is this guy? Age of Darkness Knight Questor. Is that just a normal Imperial Knight? Anyways, I need to get this guy. He's on my to-get list. I want to get Angron first. You know, before we go, let's just take a quick look at Angron. Who doesn't want to stare at Angron, you know? Oh, my God. I want to get it. Maybe next payday, I'll go out and get this guy. Yeah, I love that a lot. I'm surprised. Somebody mentioned that they thought he was smaller than Mortarion. I'm very surprised, because in the picture he looks giant. But that happens quite a bit. All the time you look at a model, think it looks big, get on the table, and actually with the size height, like he's only, alright, he's like maybe 3 Space Marines, 2.5 Space Marines high, not counting the wings. Anyways, it's the slouching pose, what Francis says. Okay, yeah, actually, yeah, 100%. And also, too, Mortarion is, like, floating in the air, so that would even more play into the not being as tall. So I get that, actually. Yeah, Mortarion's probably taller. Does this guy look bulkier, though? Is what I'm curious. Because, come on, it's freaking Angron. I would hope he's, like, you know, roided out or whatever. Kinda, so I can only go off the picture, but I do think he looks kind of thicker. In fact, alright. We got nothing better to do. Let's do a quick comparison before we go. Mortarion. Let's see, who is the greatest Primarch, Demon Primarch of them all? Until we get Fulgrim, who I'm super excited. I'm gonna jump heads first into Emperor's Children when we get him. Let's do the yeah, let me do this. Let me do that. Not the spinny version. Let's see. Oh. I think I like Angron more, if I'm being honest. He is more recent in his defense, so much better detail, but man, that's such a cool look right there. Ugh. Mortarion's great, don't get me wrong. Mortarion's still great. Again, his the smallest of parts are starting to show their age, sorta. I think modern wings are even better, but Mortarion's still one of the best when it comes to centerpieces. I need to go, maybe I'll go to the store after this. Alright, anyways, guys, as always, don't be afraid to, shoot me any questions you got. If you would have rated something differently or got a different opinion, put a comment below. I read every single comment. I'll reply to them. I love Death Guard. When I do my live stream games, we'll get there. We'll start doing some streams from TTS or whatever. I'm debating doing Death Guard first as the army I play as, just because I really do love them. And that way I'm not playing, some, cheesy OP list or whatever, because, it's Death Guard. So I'm considering doing them. You guys are welcome to email me. So if you ever need, like, you know, you're building a 2K list and you're not sure what to get, I've had a bunch of people email me already with, like, that exact question. I'm always happy to help. My email is thefatarchon@gmail.com. You're always welcome to reach out. Like I said, be sure to like and subscribe. Maybe consider checking out my Patreon at some point. Like, that does, you know, would help the channel. I got one subscriber. Bill is his name. That guy's awesome. I freaking love that guy. But anyways, thank you guys again for coming around. I love to get in a chat with you guys. This is a fun army to do, so I hope you guys had a fun time as well. Anyways, appreciate you guys again. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all around.